This is Daniel Rothman. You're listening to 104.7 FM. It's 6:47 a.m. on what started as an ordinary Tuesday morning here in the greater metropolitan area. Traffic is unusually heavy on the eastbound lanes of Highway 9, and we're getting reports of some kind of chemical spill near the industrial district. Emergency services are on scene. We'll keep you updated as more information comes in. The weather today calls for partly cloudy skies with temperatures reaching the low 70s. A beautiful autumn day shaping up despite the traffic headache for those of you commuting through the eastern corridor. If you're heading that way, I'd suggest taking the alternate route through Pemberton Avenue. Should save you about 20 minutes if you're trying to get downtown. Now, I've been doing this job for 15 years, and I've seen my share of morning chaos. Fender benders, overturned trucks, the occasional livestock escape from the county fair. But the calls coming in from our listeners near Exit 47 are describing something a bit different. We're hearing about people behaving strangely near the spill site, wandering into traffic, not responding to first responders. Could be the fumes from whatever chemical got loose. So please, if you're in that area, keep your windows up and your air on recirculate. The police scanner's been pretty active this morning, more active than usual. They've set up a perimeter about a quarter mile from the accident site. The truck involved belongs to a company called Meridian Biotech Solutions. I'm not familiar with them. Looked them up during the commercial break, and there's not much online. Small outfit, apparently. Industrial research facility about 30 miles north of here, just past the state line. It's now 7:02 a.m. The sun's coming up properly now, and I can see it from the studio window here on the 9th floor. There's a strange quality to the light this morning. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's knowing that something unusual is happening out there on Highway 9 and not being able to see it directly. Just hearing the reports filter in through the scanner, through phone calls, through the police band. A caller named Margaret just rang in. She was stuck in traffic about half a mile from the spill. Said she saw someone walking between the cars. A man in a business suit, she said, walking stiff, like his joints weren't working right. She honked at him to get out of the way, and he turned to look at her. She said his eyes looked wrong. Clouded over, she said, like cataracts, but worse. He started moving toward her car, and she locked her doors. Then traffic started moving again, and she got out of there. I told Margaret it was probably someone in shock from the accident. Chemical exposure can do strange things. The brain doesn't work right when it's been poisoned. She agreed, but I could hear something in her voice, that little tremor of doubt. The thing we feel when we see something that doesn't quite fit into the normal pattern of how we understand the world. The fire department is requesting additional hazmat units. That just came through on the scanner. The initial crew that arrived on scene is reporting that the substance is highly volatile and they're having difficulty containing it. It's described as a yellowish gas, heavier than air, rolling along the ground. They're evacuating buildings within a 3-block radius now. I'm trying to get someone from Meridian Biotech on the phone. Called their main number twice. No answer. Their website lists a Dr. Elizabeth Carver as their chief research officer. No contact information beyond the main switchboard. The address shows they're in an unincorporated area, industrial park near the old mining district where the land is cheap and the regulations are apparently pretty loose. It's 7:23 now, and my producer just handed me a note. Says the hospitals are reporting unusual admissions. People coming in with bite marks, human bite marks. 7 cases in the last hour at Mercy General alone. The victims are saying they were attacked by people who seemed sick or confused. The attackers didn't respond to verbal commands. Didn't seem to feel pain when security tried to restrain them. Now, I don't want anyone to panic. We're still gathering information here. Could be a drug problem. Could be something in the water supply. Could be mass hysteria triggered by the chemical spill. The human mind is a strange thing when it's frightened. Fear spreads faster than facts. But I'm going to be straight with you, because that's what I've always done on this program. Something feels off about this morning. The pieces aren't adding up to anything that makes comfortable sense. Chemical spills don't usually cause aggressive behavior. Confused behavior. Yeah, disorientation. Absolutely. But coordinated attacks, biting? That's something different. The mayor's office just released a statement. They're asking everyone to stay calm and stay indoors if possible. All schools in the Eastern District are closed for the day as a precautionary measure. The statement says this is purely precautionary and there's no immediate danger to the general public. They're working with state and federal authorities to assess the situation. Federal authorities. That's interesting. How did federal authorities get involved so quickly? This accident happened less than 2 hours ago. Unless someone made a call before the public even knew there was a problem. Unless someone knew what was in that truck and what it could do. I'm looking at satellite images on my computer here. The traffic cam near exit 47 is still functional. I can see the overturned truck. White with blue markings, drums scattered across 3 lanes. Some of them split open. And I can see people, dozens of people. They're not running away from the spill like you'd expect. They're just standing there. Some of them are moving, but slowly, aimlessly, like they forgot where they were going. One of our station engineers, Tommy, just came into the booth. He lives near the accident site. Tried to drive in to work but couldn't get through. He said the police turned him around about 2 miles out. He said the cops looked scared. One of them had blood on his uniform. When Tommy asked what happened, the cop just shook his head and told him to go home and lock his doors. Tommy's wife is texting him. She's home with their 2 kids. She says she can hear sirens, non-stop sirens, and something else, screaming, she said, coming from the direction of the highway. She wants to know if she should take the kids and leave. Tommy's telling her to pack a bag, just in case. Better to be ready and not need to leave than the other way around. It's 7:51 a.m. The phone lines here at the station have been jammed for the last 20 minutes. We can't take calls anymore. The system's overloaded. People wanting to know what's happening. People reporting strange encounters in their neighborhoods. A woman in Riverside saying her neighbor tried to break down her door. A man in Oakmont saying he saw a group of people attacking someone in the parking lot of a convenience store. A teenager saying his teacher collapsed during first period and started convulsing on the classroom floor. The governor is scheduled to make an address at 9 a.m. That's over an hour from now. A lot can happen in an hour. A lot is happening right now. The state police have mobilized. National Guard has been put on alert. I'm reading this off the news wire as it comes in. This is moving fast. Too fast for a simple chemical spill. I need to tell you something. About 15 minutes ago, I made a call to an old friend who works at the CDC in Atlanta, Dr. Sarah Chen. We went to college together. She's in the infectious disease division. I asked her if she'd heard anything about what's happening here. There was a long pause on the line. Then she asked me where I was calling from. I told her, she said, and I'm quoting her directly, she said, "Daniel, if you have the ability to leave the city, I would consider doing that very soon." I asked her what she meant. She said she couldn't talk about it. She said things were happening that were above her clearance level. She said laboratories were being contacted. Protocols were being activated. She said the word outbreak, and then she said she had to go. The line went dead. Sarah's not the type to exaggerate. She's seen Ebola outbreaks. She's dealt with novel flu strains. She doesn't scare easily, but I could hear it in her voice. She was scared. The satellite feed from the traffic camera just cut out. The screen went black. Either the camera failed or someone shut it down. I'm checking other sources. Social media is exploding. Videos being posted from phones. I'm watching one now. Shaky footage, someone filming from inside their car. There's a person in the street ahead of them, stumbling. The driver honks. The person turns around. Even on this grainy video, I can see something's very wrong. The skin looks gray. The mouth is hanging open. There's blood on the shirt. Dark blood. The person starts moving toward the car, not walking, lurching. The video cuts off. Another video. A convenience store. Security camera footage. Timestamp shows 7:14 a.m. this morning. A customer comes in, normal enough, goes to the cooler, grabs a drink. Then another person enters. Moving strangely, jerky movements. The first customer notices, backs away. The second person lunges. There's a struggle. The clerk is shouting. You can't hear it, but you can see his mouth moving. The second person bites the customer. Actually bites him on the arm. The customer is fighting back. There's blood. The video cuts off. I've seen 5 videos now, all showing similar things. People attacking other people, biting them. The attackers all move the same way. Stiff, uncoordinated, but relentless. They don't stop. They don't respond to pain. In one video, a man is hitting one of these attackers with a baseball bat. The attacker doesn't even flinch, just keeps coming. This is not a chemical spill. Chemicals don't cause this. This is something else, something biological, something that changes the way the brain works, something that spreads from person to person through bites. I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking it too, but I'm not going to say it. Not yet. We need more information. We need experts to tell us what this is. We need the government to explain what happened. We need to know what was in those drums on that truck. It's 8:17 a.m. The sun is fully up now. It's a beautiful morning outside this window. The sky is clear. Birds are flying past. Down on the street, I can see people walking to work. Some of them are looking at their phones. Some of them probably have no idea what's happening. The news hasn't fully broken yet. The major networks are still running their regular programming. Morning talk shows, cooking segments, celebrity interviews. The disconnect is surreal, but it won't last. In minutes, maybe hours, everyone will know. The videos will spread, the panic will spread. And then what? What happens to a city of 2 million people when they all realize at once that something terrible is happening? I'm staying on the air. That's my job, to give you information, to keep you connected, to let you know you're not alone. As long as I have power and a signal, I'll be here on 1047 FM. Daniel Rothman, keeping you company through whatever this is. The police scanner just went crazy. Multiple officers calling for backup. Multiple locations. Attacks in progress. Officer down at the intersection of 5th and Madison. Officer down at Riverside Park. The dispatcher sounds overwhelmed. She's trying to coordinate, but there are too many calls coming in. Her voice is shaking. A helicopter just flew past the window. Flying low. A news chopper, looks like. Channel 7, they're heading toward the accident site. Maybe we'll get some aerial footage soon. Maybe we'll be able to see the scope of what we're dealing with. My phone is ringing. Personal cell. It's my sister, Rachel. She lives across town with her husband and their daughter. I'm putting her on speaker. Rachel wants to know if what she's seeing online is real. I tell her I don't know for certain, but it looks real. She asks if she should leave the city. I tell her I honestly don't know. Where would she go? The highways are probably jammed already. If this thing spreads through bites, being stuck in traffic with thousands of other people might be the worst place to be. I tell her to lock the doors, secure the windows, fill the bathtub with water, gather food that doesn't need cooking, charge all the devices. Stay away from the windows. Don't let anyone in unless she's absolutely certain they're not infected or hurt. Rachel asks me what this is. I tell her I don't know. She asks me if I'm safe here in the studio. I look around. 9th floor, secure building, electronic locks on the doors. I tell her I think so. For now. She tells me to be careful. I tell her the same. We hang up. It's 8:39 a.m. The governor's address has been moved up. It's happening now. I'm putting it on. We're going to listen together. The governor looks pale. He's reading from prepared remarks, but his hands are shaking slightly. He confirms that there has been a major incident involving a chemical transport vehicle. He confirms that there have been casualties. He confirms that unusual behavior has been observed in individuals exposed to the substance. He says that state and federal resources are being deployed. He declares a state of emergency. He urges citizens to remain indoors. He says that more information will be provided as it becomes available. He asks for calm. The address lasted 3 minutes. He didn't take questions. He walked away from the podium while reporters were shouting at him. He looked like a man who knew his words were inadequate, like he was reading a script that was already outdated by the time he spoke it. The emergency broadcast system just activated. The tone, you know the tone. We've all heard it in tests. That harsh, attention-grabbing sound. But this isn't a test. The automated voice is telling people to stay indoors, to avoid contact with anyone exhibiting unusual behavior, to monitor this station and others for further instructions. The phones are ringing again, not the call-in lines, the internal office lines. My producer is answering. Her face goes white. She puts down the phone and looks at me through the booth window. She holds up a note against the glass. Building security reports someone trying to break in on the ground floor, behaving erratically. They've locked the main entrance. I nod. I check the security camera feeds on my computer. I can access the building system from here. I scroll through the cameras. Lobby, loading dock, parking garage. There, ground floor entrance. There are 3 people outside the glass doors. They're pushing against the doors, clawing at the glass. Their movements are wrong, stiff and jerking. One of them has blood down the front of their shirt. The security guard is standing back from the doors, radio in hand, looking uncertain. As I watch, one of the people outside manages to get their fingers into the gap where the automatic doors meet. They start pulling. The doors are designed to open outward, but the emergency lock is engaged. The person is pulling with inhuman strength. The glass is flexing. I switch to another camera. The parking garage. A car just drove in. Fast, too fast. It clips a concrete pillar and spins out. The driver gets out. She's running. There are two people shambling after her from the entrance ramp. She's screaming. No sound on these cameras, but I can see her mouth open wide. She reaches the elevator, presses the button, looks back. The two people are getting closer. The elevator door opens. She gets in. The door closes. The two people reach the elevator and start pounding on the closed door. The woman in the elevator will be coming up to this floor, maybe, or another floor. She's frightened, possibly hurt, possibly infected. We'll need to be careful. It's 9:03 a.m. I'm checking news websites. The major outlets are picking up the story now. Headlines are cautious. Chemical spill causes mass confusion. Authorities investigate unusual illness. State of emergency declared. They're not using the word that's spreading through social media. They're not using the word that everyone is thinking. But the videos keep coming. Hundreds of them now. Thousands. From phones and security cameras and dashboard cams. The pattern is consistent. People who were normal hours ago are now violent and mindless. They attack others. They bite. Those who are bitten become like them. It's spreading exponentially. A scientist would call it an infection vector of unprecedented efficiency. A theologian might call it a plague. A horror writer would call it what we're all thinking but not saying. Not yet. The news chopper footage is broadcasting now. I'm pulling it up. Aerial view of the highway. The accident site is visible. The truck, the scattered drums, and people. So many people, hundreds of them, maybe thousands, filling the highway, spreading into the surrounding neighborhoods. From up here they look like ants, swarming, moving in all directions. Some of them are chasing others. You can see people running and being caught, being pulled down. The camera zooms in, focuses on a parking lot of a shopping center. There's a crowd surrounding a car. They're rocking it, breaking the windows, pulling someone out. The camera pulls back quickly. Too quickly. The news director probably realized what they were showing. Cut to the news anchor. She looks shaken. She says they're experiencing technical difficulties. The feed cut. But I saw it. I saw enough. The military is mobilizing. I'm reading reports of troops being deployed to major cities. Not just here. This is happening in multiple locations. The spill was the epicenter, but it's spreading faster than anyone anticipated. People who were bitten in the first hour have turned. They've bitten others. Those others have turned and bitten more. Mathematical progression, exponential growth. A virologist I'm reading online is trying to explain it. She says the incubation period appears to be between 30 minutes and 2 hours depending on the severity of the bite and the victim's general health. She says the pathogen is like nothing in the medical literature. It rewrites neural pathways, shuts down higher brain function, leaves only the brainstem operational. Aggression, hunger, basic motor control. The infected don't feel pain, don't tire, don't stop until they're physically unable to continue. She's speculating it's a prion disease, like mad cow, but weaponized, engineered. She asks how something like this could exist. Who would create it? Why? I think about that truck, Meridian Biotech Solutions, that unmarked building in an industrial park. Research conducted for decades without disclosure, without oversight. What were they doing there? What were they making? And who were they making it for? The government had to know. If federal authorities responded so quickly, they knew about Meridian. They knew what was in that facility. Maybe they funded it. Black budget research, off the books. Biological weapons development. The kind of thing that gets done in the shadows because the public would never accept it if they knew. And now it's loose. Because of an accident. A truck driver taking a turn too fast or swerving to avoid something or falling asleep at the wheel. One moment of human error and the box is opened. Pandora would understand. It's 9:34 a.m. I'm watching the street below through binoculars. I keep them here for watching the city. I like to see the details of urban life from up here, the way people move through their days, the small dramas playing out on sidewalks and in storefronts. Now I'm seeing a different kind of drama. A man is running down the middle of the street, suit and tie, briefcase swinging. He's looking back over his shoulder. 3 people are chasing him. They're moving in that distinctive way. The shambling run, faster than a walk, but without coordination. The man trips, falls, tries to get up. They're on him. I look away. A woman is standing on a corner, phone to her ear, crying. She's looking around like she doesn't know where to go. A taxi drives past her. Doesn't stop through the binoculars. I can see the driver's face. Terror, pure terror. The taxi runs a red light, clips another car, keeps going. A group of people are trying to break into a sporting goods store, breaking the window with a trash can. They're going for the guns, probably. Smart, horrible, but smart. They get the window broken, climb through. One of them cuts herself on the glass. She doesn't seem to notice. They disappear inside. Smoke is rising from the east. Black smoke. Multiple fires burning. The fire department can't respond to everything. They're overwhelmed, or they've abandoned their posts. When the emergency becomes so widespread that helping others means sacrificing yourself, what do? Do you stay at your post or go home to protect your family? I don't judge either choice. The woman from the elevator arrived on the 6th floor. I'm watching on the security feed. She's in the hallway, pounding on office doors. One opens. A man peers out. She pushes past him into the office. The door closes. I hope she's not infected. I hope she's just scared, but hope isn't information. My producer, Jennifer, comes to the booth door. She knocks softly. I let her in. She looks exhausted and it's not even 10 a.m. yet. She asks if I need anything. Water, coffee, food. I tell her I'm fine. She asks how long I'm going to stay on air. I tell her as long as I can. She nods. She tells me her boyfriend is trying to get here. He's across town. She's worried about him. I tell her to tell him to stay where he is. It's safer than traveling. She shows me her phone, a text from her boyfriend. I love you. I'm coming to get you. She starts crying. I don't know what to say. I reach through the booth door and squeeze her hand. It's all I can offer. It's 9:51 a.m., just under 4 hours since the accident. In 4 hours, the world has changed. Not everywhere. Not yet. But here. In this city. In cities where the infection has spread. The change is undeniable. Irreversible. I'm thinking about my sister. About Jennifer's boyfriend. About all the people listening right now who have loved ones out there. The separation must be agony. Not knowing if they're safe. Not knowing if they've been bitten. Not knowing if you'll ever see them again as they were. The social fabric is tearing. The systems we rely on are failing. Police overwhelmed. Hospitals overrun. Government communication sporadic and unhelpful. We're being thrown back on ourselves, on our own resources, our own judgment, our own capacity for survival. Some people will rise to it, will discover strengths they didn't know they had. Others will fall apart, will make fatal mistakes born of panic or denial. There's no shame in either. We're not evolved for this. We're social creatures who built civilization to protect ourselves from chaos. Now the chaos is here, and civilization is proving to be a fragile construct. The power is still on. That's something. The water still flows. The internet still functions, though it's getting slower as everyone tries to access it simultaneously. These infrastructures are robust. They'll last for a while. Days maybe, weeks if we're lucky. But eventually, without people to maintain them, they'll fail. And then we'll be truly in the dark ages. I'm trying not to think that far ahead. Right now, this moment, I have power and a microphone and a signal going out to whoever can hear it. That's what I focus on. The immediate, the actionable, the things that might help someone survive the next hour. If you're listening, here's what you need to know. The infection spreads through bites, maybe through other fluid contact. But bites are confirmed. Avoid anyone who's showing symptoms. Gray skin, clouded eyes, aggressive behavior, lack of response to communication. If someone you know is bitten, separate from them immediately. I know that sounds cruel, but if they turn and you're close, you'll be the first target. Secure your location. Lock doors and windows. Barricade ground floor entry points. The infected can't use tools or solve problems, but they can push through unlocked doors and break through windows if they're determined enough. Remember that they're driven by instinct. If they can see you or hear you, they'll try to get to you. Stay quiet. Don't draw attention. The infected are attracted to sound and movement. If you're in a secure location, keep the lights off and the noise down. Don't let them know you're there. Gather supplies. Water is the priority, then food that doesn't require cooking, then medicine, then tools that can be used as weapons if necessary, then comfort items. Don't underestimate the psychological impact of having a book or a photo or something that reminds you of normalcy. If you have to move, plan your route carefully. Avoid main roads. They'll be choked with traffic and infected. Use alleys, rooftops if possible. Move in small groups or alone. Large groups make more noise and are easier to spot. Trust is difficult right now, but you'll need it. Find people you can rely on. Watch each other's backs. And if you're bitten, accept it quickly. Make peace. Say goodbye. Separate yourself from others before you turn. It's the last act of humanity you can perform. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but it's the truth. And truth is what I have to offer you right now. It's 10:17 a.m. The governor is speaking again. Emergency broadcast. He looks worse than before. There are rumors circulating that the Capitol building is under siege, that the infected have breached the perimeter. I don't know if that's true, but the governor's demeanor suggests that things are not going according to any plan. He's announcing a full quarantine of the metropolitan area. All roads in and out are being closed. Checkpoints are being established. Anyone attempting to leave will be turned back. He says this is necessary to prevent the spread of the infection to other regions. He says it's temporary. He says they're working on a cure. I don't believe the last part. There's no cure for this. Not in any time frame that matters. This isn't a bacteria that can be killed with antibiotics. This is something that fundamentally alters the brain. You can't undo that. The person who was there is gone. What remains is something else. The quarantine means we're trapped. Everyone in this city. Millions of us locked in with an infection that spreads exponentially. It's a death sentence for most. Survival will require luck and ruthlessness in equal measure. People are going to die. So many people. Your neighbors, your friends, your family. Maybe you, maybe me. That's the reality we're facing. I wish I could offer you hope, but false hope is worse than none. It makes you complacent. It makes you take risks you shouldn't take. What I can offer is companionship, a voice in the darkness, someone who's going through this with you, even if we never meet, even if we're miles apart. Right now, as you listen, we're connected. You're not alone. The infected are at the building doors again. I'm watching on the security feed. There are more of them now, a dozen at the front entrance. They're pushing. The glass is bowing. It's designed to be impact resistant, but it's not designed for sustained pressure from multiple directions. The security guard has retreated to the stairwell. I don't blame him. What's he supposed to do? He has a flashlight and a walkie-talkie, not exactly equipped for this scenario. I'm thinking about evacuation routes. This building has a roof access, helicopter pad. Not that helicopters are landing anywhere near here anymore, but maybe the roof is safer. Higher ground, harder for the infected to reach. Or maybe it's a trap, no way down except through the building. If the infected get in and fill the stairwells, we'd be stuck up there, dying of thirst in sight of the city. Better to stay put for now. This booth is secure. Thick door, small window. I can see out, but it would be hard for anything to get in. I have some food in my desk, granola bars, a few bottles of water. Not much, but enough for a day or two. Jennifer is in the main office with the others. There are 5 people total, her 2 other producers and 2 engineers. They're pooling their resources, deciding whether to stay or try to leave. It's the question everyone is asking themselves right now. Stay in a known location with limited supplies or venture into the unknown for the chance of finding something better. There's no right answer, just choices with uncertain outcomes. It's 10:43 a.m. I'm scanning through radio frequencies, seeing what else is broadcasting. Most stations are running automated programming or emergency alerts. A few have live voices. A station in Westbrook has 2 DJs still on air. They're trying to stay upbeat, playing music, taking calls. One caller describes watching his daughter turn after being bitten by a neighbor. He had to lock her in the basement. He's sobbing on air. The DJs don't know what to say. They thank him for calling and go to a commercial break. Another station has a preacher broadcasting. He's calling this the end times. The rapture, the tribulation. He's urging people to repent, to accept salvation before it's too late. His voice is fervent, convinced. I wonder if faith is a comfort in moments like this. Or just another form of denial? Maybe both. A ham radio operator is broadcasting survival tips. Frequency 14.250 megahertz. He sounds military, clipped, efficient. He's talking about fortification, rationing, the importance of maintaining discipline. He says emotions are a liability. Detachment is survival. I understand the logic, but I don't think I can be that person. I'm too aware of what's being lost. The power flickered, just for a second. The lights dimmed and the equipment made that electronic whine that happens when voltage drops. Then it came back, but it's a reminder. This is all temporary. The electricity, the broadcast, the illusion of control. I'm looking at maps on my computer, trying to understand the spread pattern. The original spill site is the center. From there, it's radiating outward in an uneven circle, faster along major roads where people fled, slower in areas with natural barriers like rivers or dense forest. The infection is in the downtown core now. Camera feeds from traffic lights show streets filling with the infected. They move in swarms, following sound, following each other. A massive herd of the dead walking, except they're not dead. Not technically. Their bodies still function, hearts beat, lungs breathe, but the mind is gone. The spark of consciousness that made them human is extinguished. What remains is appetite. The need to feed to spread the infection. Is there any awareness left? Any trapped consciousness screaming inside a body it no longer controls? I hope not. That would be a horror beyond comprehension. It's 11:09 a.m. 5 hours since the accident. I've been on air for 4.5 hours straight, talking, reporting, trying to make sense of the senseless. My voice is getting hoarse. I'm drinking water, but it's not enough. Stress dehydrates you. Fear dehydrates you. I'm both stressed and afraid. The grocery stores are being overrun, not by the infected, by people. Desperate people trying to grab supplies. Footage on social media shows crowds pushing through doors, fighting over carts. Someone gets trampled, no one stops to help. It's every person for themselves now. The veneer of civilization peeling away to reveal the animal underneath. I don't judge them. I'd probably do the same if I wasn't stuck here. Survival instinct is powerful. It overrides everything else. Morality, compassion, social norms. When it's your life or theirs, most people choose their own. That's not evil. That's biology. But some people are helping each other. I'm seeing that too. Videos of strangers pulling others to safety, sharing supplies, forming groups. Humanity isn't entirely lost. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Maybe that's the thing that will save us in the end. Our capacity for cooperation, for sacrifice, for love. Or maybe I'm being naive. Maybe the helpers will die first, and the selfish will inherit what's left. I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. I'm a radio host trying to get through the day. The military has established checkpoints on all major highways leading out of the city. The footage shows Humvees, soldiers in full combat gear, barbed wire. They're turning people back. Some people are arguing, pleading. Some are trying to run the checkpoints. The soldiers are firing warning shots. I haven't seen them shoot anyone yet, but I imagine it's only a matter of time. The quarantine is absolute. We're in a cage. 2 million people, and the predators are inside with us. A thought occurs to me. What if this is happening everywhere? What if there were other trucks, other accidents, other releases? What if this was coordinated? A terrorist attack, an act of war, the end of the world achieved not through nuclear fire but through biological horror. I'm checking international news. Reports are sketchy. Internet is slowing down, but I'm seeing mentions of similar incidents in other cities, other countries. London, Tokyo, Sao Paulo, Moscow. The details are vague. Communications are breaking down, but the pattern is there if you look for it. If this is global, there's no help coming. No cavalry riding in from unaffected areas. We're all in the same trap, all facing the same nightmare. The human species brought to the brink by its own hubris, by weapons we created and couldn't control. It's 11:37 a.m. The glass at the front entrance just shattered. I'm watching the security feed. The infected are pouring in, 20 or more, spilling into the lobby. The security guard is gone, either fled or dead. The infected are spreading through the ground floor. They're finding the stairwell. I need to tell the others. I pick up the intercom, press the button for the main office. Jennifer answers. I tell her the building is compromised. Tell her to barricade the door. She says okay. Her voice is small, frightened. The line clicks off. I check the other security feeds. The infected are in the stairwell, climbing. They're slow on stairs. Their coordination is poor, but they're persistent. They'll keep climbing until they reach the top or something stops them. We're on the 9th floor. We have time. Not much, but some. I need to think. Need to plan. The roof. We need to get to the roof. It's 2 floors up. There's access through a maintenance ladder in the utility closet on the 10th floor. I remember the tour when I started working here. Thought it was pointless information at the time. Now it might save my life. I grabbed the emergency backpack from under the console. It's required by station policy to have one. Water bottles, protein bars, first aid kit, flashlight. I put it on. I take the portable transmitter from the rack, battery powered. Short range, but it might work. Might let me keep broadcasting. I look around the booth. This has been my home for 15 years. Morning show, 5 days a week, talking to the city, keeping people company on their commutes, playing music, sharing news. It was a good job, a good life. It's over now. I open the booth door. The main office is across the hall. I can see movement through the frosted glass. I knock. Jennifer opens it. The others are behind her. They look at me with desperate hope, like I have answers. I don't. I just have a plan to stay alive a little longer. I tell them about the roof access, about getting higher. They grab what they can. Bags, coats. Someone has a baseball bat. Someone else has a letter opener. Pathetic weapons, but better than nothing. We move to the stairwell, listen at the door. I can hear them below, moaning. That's new. The infected are making sounds, low, guttural, like they're calling to each other. Or maybe it's just air moving through dead vocal cords. Either way, it's the sound of nightmares. We go up instead of down, 10th floor. The door is locked. Of course it is. Jennifer has a master key. Station manager gave it to her. She opens it. We go through, close it behind us. It won't lock from this side, but we wedge a chair under the handle. It won't hold long, but it might buy minutes. The utility closet. I find it. The ladder is there, leading up to a hatch. I climb, push the hatch. It's heavy, sealed. I push harder. It swings open. Daylight floods in. I pull myself up onto the roof. The others follow, one by one. Jennifer comes last. We close the hatch. There's a way to lock it from the outside. A bolt. I slide it home. We're safe, for now. The roof is bigger than I expected. Flat, gravel surface. AC units humming. The helipad painted bright yellow. And the view. Oh, the view. I can see the whole city from here. The skyline, the river, the bridges, and the smoke. So much smoke. Dozens of fires burning. The streets below are chaos. Cars abandoned. People running. The infected chasing. It's like looking down on hell. Jennifer is crying again. One of the engineers, Marcus, is pacing. The other engineer, Ali, is checking his phone. No signal. The producers, Dana and Kyle, are sitting against an AC unit, holding hands. We're all processing, all trying to accept what's happened. What's happening? They set up the portable transmitter, extend the antenna, power it on. The battery is full. It should last 8 hours. Maybe 10 if I'm careful. I tune it to 1004.7 FM. Our frequency, I put on the headphones, adjust the microphone, and I'm back on air, broadcasting from a rooftop, watching the world end. It's 12:14 p.m., 6 hours since the accident. The sun is high. It's getting warm. I'm sweating. From heat or fear or both. I tell the listeners where I am, what I'm seeing. I tell them the building is compromised. Tell them I'm still here, still broadcasting, as long as I can, as long as it matters. Does it matter? I don't know. Maybe someone out there is listening. Maybe my voice is a comfort. Maybe it's just noise. But it's what I have to offer. So I offer it. The others are resting, conserving energy. Smart. We don't know how long we'll be up here. We have some food, some water. Not enough for more than a day or two, then we'll have to make decisions. Difficult decisions. Could we get to another building? The rooftops are close in some places. Maybe we could jump, or use a plank, or rope together extension cords and rappel down. All risky, all probably fatal. But staying here is slow death. dehydration, starvation, exposure. I'm thinking about my sister again. Is she safe? Is she alive? I try calling her cell. No answer. The networks are overloaded. I send a text. I love you. I'm okay. Stay safe. I don't know if it will go through, but I send it anyway. The infected are everywhere now. I'm watching them through the binoculars. Thousands in the streets, maybe tens of thousands. They're congregating, forming massive groups, moving together, like a migration. But to where? For what purpose? Maybe there's no purpose. Maybe it's just instinct. The virus or prion or whatever it is driving them to spread, to find new hosts, to consume. That's all they are now. Consumption incarnate, hunger without end. A helicopter passes overhead. Military. Black Hawk. It doesn't slow, doesn't circle, just passes and keeps going. Flying west, away from the city. I wonder where they're going, if there's somewhere safe, if the people in that helicopter will make it. Part of me wants to wave the signal, to be rescued, but I know it's pointless. They're not looking for survivors, they're running, just like everyone else who has the means. It's 12:51 p.m. I'm continuing the broadcast, talking about what I see, what I know, offering what advice I can, telling stories, remembering the way things were. 6 hours ago, 6 years ago, when the world was normal, when we worried about traffic and weather and the price of coffee, those concerns seem impossibly distant now. Quaint, trivial, but they mattered then. That's the thing. Context gives meaning. In a world where you might die at any moment, traffic doesn't matter. But in the world we had, it did. And that world was real. It existed, we lived in it. We were happy and sad and bored and excited. We had full lives, full of small moments that added up to something meaningful. That's all gone now. Or going. Disappearing in real time. The great erasure. Civilization collapsing not over centuries but over hours. Everything we built. Everything we were swept away by a microscopic invader that turns us into monsters. Is there any coming back from this? Any way to rebuild? I want to believe there is, that somewhere people are safe. Scientists are working on a cure. The military is containing the spread, that this is temporary. A nightmare we'll wake from. But I don't believe it. I think this is the new reality. The infected will spread until they run out of prey. Then they'll starve, eventually, months from now, maybe years. And what will be left? A handful of survivors hiding in fortified locations, living off canned goods and rainwater, no infrastructure, no society, just small bands of frightened humans trying to outlast the horror. Maybe they will. Maybe humanity will persist. But it won't be the humanity we knew. It'll be something harder, colder, shaped by trauma and loss. The children born into that world won't know what we had. They'll grow up in the ruins and think that's normal. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's how species survive. By forgetting, by adapting, by moving forward even when forward is into darkness. It's 1:28 p.m. The power is still on. I'm surprised. I thought the grid would fail by now, but it's holding. The automated systems must be working. The power plant's running on their own. For how long, though? Who knows? Could be days. Could be hours. When it goes, I'll have only the battery, 8 hours. Then silence. Unless I can find more batteries, maybe in the building, if we can get back in safely. But the infected are in there, in the stairwells, in the offices, wandering, searching. We'd have to fight our way through, and we're not fighters, we're radio people, media professionals, soft hands and soft lives. We wouldn't last 10 seconds in a real fight. Jennifer is next to me now. She's watching the city too. She asks if I think her boyfriend made it. I tell her I don't know. She asks if I'm just saying that or if I really don't know. I tell her I really don't know. She nods. Appreciates the honesty. She asks if we're going to die up here. I tell her probably. She laughs. It's a broken sound. Half sob, half genuine amusement at the absurdity. We're on a roof, surrounded by infected in a city under quarantine. During the end of the world. Yeah, we're probably going to die. But not yet. Not right now. Right now we're alive. The sun is shining. The air is fresh. We can see for miles. In this moment, we're okay. That has to be enough. She goes back to the others. I continue broadcasting, describing the scene, the fires, The movement in the streets, the smoke rising. I'm a witness. That's my role now. To see and report, to document. Maybe no one is listening. Maybe the entire city is dead or infected. But I'm still talking, still here. Because what else is there to do? It's 2:05 p.m. I'm rationing the water. One sip every 30 minutes, making it last. The food can wait. Humans can survive weeks without food. But water, that's 3 days, maybe 4 if you're lucky. Then organ failure, death. I'm thinking about rain. When was the last rain? 4 days ago. Light drizzle. The forecast called for dry weather all week. Of course it did. If this had happened in winter, we could collect snow, melt it, drink it. But it's autumn. Clear skies, no precipitation in sight. There's a water tower on the next building over. I can see it from here. Big metal tank on stilts. Probably thousands of gallons. If we could get to it, if we could tap it, we could survive for weeks, months, even. But it's 50 feet away, across a gap of open air. 9 stories up, no way to cross, unless we build something. A bridge. From what? We have nothing. I'm fantasizing, planning impossible rescues. It's what the mind does when faced with hopeless situations. Looks for the angle, the trick, the miracle, anything but accepting the inevitable. Marcus is talking about his kids, 2 daughters, 8 and 10. They're with his ex-wife across town. He tried calling, no answer. He's assuming the worst, trying to make peace with it. He's telling stories, funny things they said, moments he remembers. Holding on to them, making sure they're not forgotten. It's beautiful and heartbreaking. I let him talk. We all need to say goodbye, in our own way. It's 2:43 p.m. The traffic on the bridges has stopped. The cars are abandoned. I can see people on foot now, trying to cross. But the military is there, blocking the exits, turning people back. Some people are jumping off the bridges into the water, preferring to take their chances with the current than with the infected. I wonder how many are making it. The river is fast here, cold. Even a strong swimmer would struggle. But desperation makes people brave or stupid. Hard to tell the difference sometimes. An explosion. Downtown I see the flash first, then the smoke rising. Then seconds later the sound reaches us, a deep boom that rattles the roof. Something big went up, gas station, maybe, or a building collapse, or military ordnance. I don't know. More explosions, multiple locations. The city is tearing itself apart, fire and chaos, the infrastructure failing, the thin line between order and anarchy crossed. There's no going back now, even if they found a cure tomorrow, even if the infected all drop dead. The damage is done. The city is destroyed. How many cities around the world are experiencing this? If this is global, then civilization itself is ending. Not just our city. All cities, all nations, the entire project of human society collapsing in a single day. Future archaeologists will puzzle over it. If there are future archaeologists, they'll find the ruins, the bones, the evidence of rapid collapse. They'll wonder what happened, what could cause such sudden devastation. And maybe they'll find records, this broadcast, preserved somehow on a hard drive in a waterproof case. And they'll listen, and they'll know. Or maybe there won't be future archaeologists. Maybe this is it, the end of the human story. A species that rose from the African plains to dominate the planet, that built cities and wrote symphonies and split the atom, all ending because we couldn't resist weaponizing our own biology, because we had to push the boundaries, had to play God. Hubris. The Greeks knew about it, warned about it. We didn't listen. It's 3:21 p.m. The sun is past its peak, starting the slow descent toward evening. I'm dreading nightfall, the darkness, the cold, the sounds of the infected below, amplified by the absence of light. We're all huddled together now, sitting in a circle, sharing body heat, sharing silence. There's not much to say. We've all processed the reality, accepted it. Now we're just waiting for night, for dawn, for the end. Kyle asks if anyone believes in God. Dana says she used to, not sure anymore. Marcus says he wants to, needs to. The idea that his daughters are in a better place, that there's something after. Jennifer says she doesn't know, never thought about it much. Ali says he's Muslim, hasn't prayed in years, thinking about it now. They all look at me. I tell them I don't know either. I'd like to believe in something, in meaning, in purpose, in a grand design where this all makes sense. But I can't. It feels like chaos to me, random and cruel. We're biological machines subject to the laws of physics and chemistry. There's beauty in that, but not comfort. Dana asks if I'm going to keep broadcasting. I say yes, as long as the battery lasts. She asks why. I think about it. I say because it's what I do, who I am. And if I stop, what am I? Just another scared animal waiting to die. At least this way I'm doing something, contributing something, even if it's just a voice in the void. She seems to understand, or maybe she's just too tired to argue. It's 4:07 p.m. The infected are on the roof. Not this roof. The next building over. I can see them through the binoculars. A group of them, maybe 20. They must have climbed the stairs, found the access. Now they're up there, wandering aimlessly. One of them walks right off the edge, falls 9 stories, hits the pavement, doesn't move. The others don't react, don't notice. Just keep wandering. They have no self-preservation, the virus or whatever it is. It shuts that down. They'll walk into fire, off cliffs, into traffic. They don't care, can't care. All that's left is the drive to feed, to spread. It's evolution in reverse, taking away everything that makes us successful as a species. Intelligence, planning, cooperation, leaving only the most primitive impulses. And somehow it's working. They're winning, because there are so many of them, and so few of us. A thought experiment. If you could choose, would you rather die or become infected? Death is final. No awareness, no suffering, but also no existence. Infection is a kind of existence. Your body continues, but you're not there anymore. The person you were is gone. Is that better or worse? I think I'd choose death. I don't want to become one of them. Don't want my body used as a vehicle for spreading horror. I'd rather end it on my own terms. While I'm still me, I'm carrying a knife, small one from the emergency kit. If it comes to that, if I'm bitten, if I feel myself turning, I'll use it, quick and certain. Better than the alternative. I haven't told the others. Don't want to scare them, but I've made my decision. I'm at peace with it, more or less. It's 4:49 p.m. The light is changing. Golden hour, the sun low and warm, casting long shadows, making the city look almost beautiful. The smoke tinged red and orange. The buildings glowing. If you ignore the chaos below, the fires, the infected, it's almost serene. I'm broadcasting descriptions of it, the beauty amidst the horror, the juxtaposition. I don't know if anyone cares, but it feels important to note, to remember that the world is still beautiful, still capable of moments that take your breath away. Even as it ends, Jennifer is taking pictures on her phone, documenting. I ask her why. She says she doesn't know. Had it, maybe. Or hope that someone will see them someday, that they'll matter. I understand we all want to matter, want our lives to have significance, want to be remembered. The battery on the transmitter is at 60%. 4 hours left, maybe 5. I'm going to keep talking, keep describing, keep witnessing until I can't anymore. Then I'll sit in silence with the others and wait for what comes next. It's 5:33 p.m. The sun is touching the horizon. The sky is streaked with purple and pink. I'm watching the stars start to appear. Venus first, bright in the west, then others. Constellations I recognize from childhood. Orion, the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia. The stars don't care about us. They'll burn for billions of years after we're gone, after the Earth itself is gone. The universe is vast and indifferent. We're a tiny flicker in an incomprehensible expanse. Here for a moment, then gone. There's comfort in that, in the insignificance. It means this isn't personal, isn't punishment or judgment, just bad luck. A chain of events that led to catastrophe. Could have happened at any time, to any species. We happen to be the one, maybe somewhere else in the galaxy. Another species is thriving, building, exploring. Maybe they'll find Earth someday, find the ruins of our cities, wonder what happened to us. Maybe they'll learn from our mistakes, or maybe they'll make the same ones. Who knows? Marcus is pointing at the sky. He says his daughters love stargazing. They'd go camping and he'd teach them the constellations. Tell them the myths, the stories humans have projected onto random arrangements of stars, trying to find meaning, connection. He's crying. We're all pretending not to notice. giving him privacy. It's the least we can do. It's 6:11 p.m. Full darkness now. The city lights are still on, most of them creating a glow. But there are dark patches too, whole neighborhoods without power. The grid failing in sections. Soon it'll all be dark. And then the infected will have the advantage. They don't need light, don't use their eyes the way we do. They hunt by sound, by smell, by some sense we don't understand. We're being quiet, whispering when we talk, trying not to attract attention. The infected below haven't tried the roof access yet, haven't figured out that we're up here. But they might, if they hear us, if they catch our scent on the wind. I'm broadcasting in whispers now, right into the microphone, telling the listeners to be quiet too, wherever they are, whatever shelter they've found. Stay quiet, stay hidden. Wait for dawn. Repeat. The temperature is dropping. It'll be cold tonight. We're huddling together for warmth, sharing coats, trying to stay comfortable. Sleep is impossible. Too much adrenaline, too much fear. We're exhausted but wired. A terrible combination. Ali is praying. Quiet verses in Arabic. I don't understand the words, but I understand the intent. Seeking comfort, strength, forgiveness. We all have our ways of coping. Prayer, memories, dark humor, silence, no wrong answers. Whatever gets you through. It's 7:04 p.m. I'm looking at the city through the binoculars. The streets are full of infected, thousands of them. More than this afternoon, they're everywhere. A vast horde, moving through the city like a flood, consuming everything. But there are also lights, isolated lights, in windows, on rooftops, signs of survivors, people like us, trapped, waiting, hoping. I wonder if they're listening to this broadcast, if my voice is reaching them, connecting us across the darkness. I try to count the lights, give up after 50, too many to count. Hundreds, maybe thousands. That's how many survivors out of 2 million. A tiny fraction, and that number is shrinking. Every hour, every minute, as people make mistakes, run out of supplies, get unlucky. By morning, how many lights will be left? It's 7:52 p.m. Something is happening. The infected are gathering. Not randomly, deliberately. They're moving toward the center of the city, toward downtown. Thousands of them, tens of thousands, converging on a single point. I'm trying to see what's attracting them. There, a loudspeaker. Someone is broadcasting sound, music, loud music, drawing them in. Why would someone do that? Then I understand. It's bait, the military. They're herding the infected, concentrating them in one location. For what? A bombing run? A carpet bomb to wipe them out all at once. I'm watching, waiting. The infected are packed together now. A massive crowd, swaying, moving to the sound. It would be almost funny if it wasn't so horrific. Then the explosions, multiple, sequential. The entire downtown core erupts. Fire and debris. The shockwave reaches us seconds later. A wall of hot air and sound. We duck, cover our heads. The roof shakes. When I look again, downtown is gone. Just fire and smoke and rubble. And the infected, most of them dead, blown apart. But not all. I can see movement in the flames. Bodies crawling, burning but still moving, still driven by the infection. It didn't work. They killed thousands, maybe tens of thousands, but not all. And the survivors are spreading out again, back into the city. The bombing made it worse, created chaos, destroyed buildings, opened new paths, made it easier for the infected to spread. Whoever ordered that strike miscalculated, underestimated the enemy, overestimated the solution. Now the city is even more of a hellscape than before. It's 8:31 p.m. The fires from the bombing are spreading, consuming blocks. The wind is picking up, fanning the flames. I can feel the heat from here, see the sparks rising into the night sky. The city is burnt. We're watching it happen, can't look away. It's mesmerizing, terrible and beautiful. Creation and destruction happening simultaneously. The end of one world, the birth of another. Whatever survives this will be different, changed fundamentally. Jennifer asks if we should move, find another location. Before the fires reach us, I tell her we'd never make it. The streets are full of infected, the building is compromised. We're safer here for now. She accepts this. What choice does she have? The battery is at 30%. 2 hours left. Maybe 3 if I'm very careful. I'm saving it. Broadcasting in short bursts, giving updates, then going silent, conserving power, making it last as long as possible. It's 9:18 p.m. The fires have spread to our block. I can see flames in the buildings around us. Smell the smoke. It's thick, acrid, making it hard to breathe. We're covering our faces with shirts, breathing through fabric. It helps a little. The heat is intense. We've moved to the far edge of the roof, away from the fire. But it's following, inevitable. We have maybe an hour before this building catches, maybe less. We're discussing options. Jump, try to climb down, wait it out. None are good. All are likely fatal. But we have to choose something. Standing still is choosing to burn. Marcus suggests we try to get to the next building. There's a gap, about 15 feet. We could run and jump. Maybe make it, maybe not. It's 9 stories up. If we miss, we die. But we're going to die anyway. At least this way, there's a chance. We're preparing, psyching ourselves up. It's insane. We're not athletes. We're middle-aged radio people. But fear gives you strength. Adrenaline makes you capable of things you wouldn't normally attempt. Kyle goes first, takes a running start, leaps, arms wine-milling. He makes it, barely crashes into the roof of the next building, rolls, stands up, waves at us. Alive. Dana goes next. She makes it too. Lands hard, limps, but she's across. Ali runs, jumps. He's in the air. I'm holding my breath. He's short, not going to make it. He hits the edge of the other building, scrabbles for purchase, starts to slip. Kyle grabs his arm, pulls him up. Save. Marcus goes, makes it, easily. He's taller, longer legs. Jennifer is next. She's hesitating, looking at the gap, looking at me. I nod. Tell her she can do it. She runs, jumps. She makes it. Relief floods through me. I'm last. I grab the portable transmitter. I backpack, take a breath, run, jump. I'm in the air. The gap below me. 9 stories of nothing. I'm going to die. I know it. Accept it. Then my feet hit the other roof. I stumble, fall. But I'm across. I'm alive. We did it. All of us. Against odds. We made it. The building we left is fully engulfed now. Flames shooting from the windows. It's going to collapse soon. We got out just in time. It's 10:03 p.m. We're on a different roof now. Different building. This one isn't on fire yet. We have time. Not much. But I set up the transmitter again, get back on air, tell the listeners what happened, where we are, that we're still alive, still here. The battery is at 20%, an hour left, maybe 90 minutes. I'm going to use it all, talk until the power dies, then I'll sit in silence with the others and wait for dawn, or the fire, or the infected, whichever comes first. It's 10:47 p.m. The city is an inferno. Fires everywhere. The smoke is blocking the stars. The only light is from the flames, orange and red and yellow, painting the sky, creating a hellish glow. The infected are silhouetted against the fire, moving through the streets unaffected by the heat, by the smoke. They don't feel it, don't care. They just keep moving, hunting, exist. I'm wondering how long they can survive without food, without water. Will they starve? Will they dehydrate? Or does the infection keep them going somehow? Suspend their need for sustenance? I don't know. No one knows. This is unprecedented. A virus that turns humans into mindless predators. Science fiction made real. Every zombie movie and TV show suddenly relevant, except this is real. This is happening. No credits rolling. No commercial breaks. Just the relentless reality of survival. The others are asleep, exhausted. I told them to rest. I'll keep watch. Keep broadcasting. It's my job. My purpose. The thing that's keeping me sane. When the battery dies, I don't know what I'll do. Probably join them. Try to sleep. Try to forget for a few hours. But I don't think I can. My mind is too active. Too aware of the danger. The precariousness of our situation. We're alive by pure luck. Chance. A series of fortunate decisions and near misses. That luck will run out. It always does. The question is when? How much time do we have left? Hours? Days? Not weeks. I know that much. We have no food, no water, no way to get more. We're on borrowed time, living on fumes. When those run out, so do we. It's 11:29 p.m. The battery is at 10%, less than an hour left. I can feel it winding down, the power fading, like my own energy, my own will to continue. I'm tired, so tired. Physically, mentally, spiritually. This day has lasted forever, has compressed a lifetime of trauma into 12 hours. I feel aged, ancient, like I've lived 100 years since this morning. This morning, when the biggest concern was traffic, when life was normal, was that really today? It feels like a different lifetime, a different world, that Daniel Rothman is gone, replaced by this one. Harder, more cynical, more aware of how fragile everything is. I'm thinking about all the things I'll never do, never see, places I wanted to visit, books I wanted to read, people I wanted to meet, all the potential futures erased, reduced to this. A rooftop, a dying battery, the end. Is there any meaning in this? Any lesson to extract? I don't think so. Just chaos, random chance, the universe being indifferent. We tell ourselves stories to make sense of things, but sometimes there's no sense to be made. Sometimes shit just happens and we deal with it. Or we don't. I'm dealing with it. Surviving. For now. That's something. Not much, but something. It's 11:58 p.m. 2 minutes until midnight. A new day. If we make it. If we survive the night, will tomorrow be better? Worse? The same level of nightmare? I don't know. Can't predict. Can only respond. Adapt. Keep going. The battery is at 5%. Minutes left. I'm going to sign off soon. Leave you with silence. Or static. Or nothing if the transmitter dies completely. But before I do, I want to say something. To whoever is listening. Wherever you are. Whatever you're going through. You're not alone, even in this darkness. Even at the end of everything. There are others. Scattered across the city. The country. The world. Fighting to survive. To maintain their humanity. To hold on to hope even when hope seems irrational. We're connected by this broadcast, by our shared experience, by our refusal to give up. That connection matters. It's what makes us human, what separates us from the infected. They're alone, each one isolated in their own biological prison. We still have each other, still have community, even if that community is just a voice on the radio and a listener in the dark. Hold on to that. Hold on to your humanity, your compassion, your love. Don't let this turn you into something you're not. Stay who you are, even if it kills you, especially if it kills you. Die as yourself, not as what they want you to become. The battery is at 2%. This is it. This is goodbye. For now, maybe forever. I don't know if I'll be able to broadcast again. Don't know if I'll survive the night. But I'm going to try. We're all going to try. Stay strong. Stay safe. Stay human. This is Daniel Rothman on 104.7 FM. Signing off. 1%. The static rises. Consumes the signal. Then silent. I take off the headphones. The transmitter is dead. The broadcast is over. I sit in the darkness. The fire's burning around me. The smoke thick in my lungs. The others sleeping nearby. And I wait. For dawn. For the end. For whatever comes next. The night stretches on. Eternal. Unforgiving. I close my eyes. Try to rest. But sleep won't come. My mind won't stop. Keep replaying the day. The moments. The choices. The losses. So many losses. I open my eyes. Look at the sky. The smoke is thin slightly. I can see a few stars. Dimly, through the haze. They're still there. Still burning. Indifferent to our suffering. Eternal witnesses to the rise and fall of civilizations. I take comfort in that. In the continuity. Even if we're gone. Even if humanity ends tonight. The universe continues. Life continues somewhere. Maybe not here, but somewhere. That has to be enough. It's 12:47 a.m. A new day, technically. Though it doesn't feel new, feels like an extension of the same nightmare. The same endless night. The fires are dying down, burning themselves out, running out of fuel. The city is mostly ash now. Rubble and ruin. Anything that could burn is burned. What's left is skeletal, broken. A monument to what was. Movement below. I look over the edge. Infected. Still there. Still moving. Fewer than before. The fire killed many. But not all. Never all. They're resilient. Persistent. evolution's mistake, or masterpiece, depending on your perspective. Jennifer is awake. She's sitting next to me, looking at the same scene. She doesn't speak, doesn't need to. We understand each other. Two survivors sharing space, sharing time, making it through moment by moment. She reaches out, takes my hand. I let her. The human contact is grounding, reminding me I'm real. I'm here. I'm not alone. We sit like that for a while, holding hands, watching the ruins, waiting for something. We don't know what, just something different, some change, some sign that this isn't all there is. It's 1:33 a.m. Marcus wakes up, then Kyle, then Dana, then Ollie. We're all awake now, sitting together. No one speaks. There's nothing to say. Everything has been said. Now we just exist, together, in the darkness. The cold is setting in, deep cold, the kind that seeps into your bones. We huddle closer, sharing warmth, making a small circle of life in the dead city. I'm thinking about fires, how humans have gathered around fires for thousands of years, telling stories, sharing food, keeping the darkness at bay. We have no fire, but we have each other. It's the same principle, the same ancient instinct, to band together, to survive as a group. Maybe that's the answer, if there is one, not individual survival, but collective, finding others, building communities. Small pockets of humanity scattered across the wasteland, holding on, preserving knowledge, culture, hope. It's possible, difficult, but possible. Humans are adaptable, resilient. We've survived ice ages and plagues and wars. We can survive this. Some of us. Not all, but some. That has to be enough. It's 2:21 a.m., the deepest part of the night, the time when circadian rhythms are lowest, when the body wants to sleep most. But we're too cold, too uncomfortable, too aware. Ali starts talking, telling stories from his childhood, growing up in Cairo, the markets, the sounds and smells, the call to prayer echoing across the city. He's homesick, missing a place and time that no longer exists, can never exist again. We listen, grateful for the distraction, the connection. His voice is soft, accented, soothing. He could be telling us anything and we'd listen, just to hear a human voice, to be reminded of who we are. He talks about his mother, how she taught him to cook, traditional dishes, recipes passed down through generations. He describes them in detail, the ingredients, the process, the taste. My mouth waters even though I'm not hungry. Can't be hungry, no point. He talks about his wedding day, meeting his wife, the ceremony, the celebration, how happy he was, how certain of the future. That future is gone. His wife is probably dead, or infected. He doesn't know, can't know, has to assume the worst. His voice breaks, he stops talking. Dana puts her arm around him. We all move closer, forming a tight circle, protecting each other from the cold, from the despair, from the crushing weight of reality. It's 3:14 a.m., the darkest hour, before dawn, when hope is hardest to maintain, when giving up seems like the rational choice. But we don't give up. We hold on to each other, to the moment, to the thin thread of life that still connects us to the world. Kyle starts singing, quietly, under his breath, a song I recognize, old folk tune, something about a river, about crossing over, about finding peace. It's morbid, appropriate. His voice is wavering, uncertain, but beautiful in its imperfection. Dana joins in, then Marcus, then Ollie and Jennifer. I add my voice too. We're singing together. 6 voices in the darkness, creating harmony, creating something out of nothing. It's defiant, ridiculous, perfect. The infected below don't react, can't react, don't understand music, don't understand anything beyond hunger. We're singing for ourselves, for each other, for the act of creation in the face of destruction. When the song ends, we sit in silence, the sound of our breathing, the distant crackle of dying fires, the wind rustling debris in the streets. These are the sounds of the new world, the world after. It's 4:02 a.m., still dark, but there's a change in the quality of the darkness, a lightening at the edges. Dawn is coming. We're going to make it through the night, against odds, against expectations. We're still here. The realization brings relief and dread. We survived the night. Now we have to survive the day, and the day after, and the day after that. An endless succession of survival, of scraping by, of living on the edge. Can we do it? I don't know, but we're going to try. What else is there? Jennifer asks if I'm going to try broadcasting again. I tell her I would, but the battery is dead. She nods, looks disappointed. I think she found comfort in the routine, in having a purpose. Now that's gone. I tell her we'll find another battery, another transmitter, keep the broadcast going. It's important. Connecting people, giving them hope. She smiles. Small whine, but genuine. It's a goal, something to work toward. Better than just waiting to die. It's 4:51 a.m. The sky is definitely lighter now, gray instead of black. The smoke is visible again. Thick columns rising from the ruins. The smell is overwhelming. Burning plastic, burning wood, burning flesh. I try not to think about that last one. The city is quiet, eerily so. No traffic sounds, no sirens, no hum of electricity and commerce. Just wind and crackling and the occasional moan of the infected. A city of 2 million reduced to whispers. We're discussing our next move. Staying here isn't an option. No water, no food. We need to find supplies, need to find a more secure location, need to find other survivors. Safety in numbers. But where? The buildings are compromised. The streets are full of infected. The fires have destroyed most structures. Our options are limited. Bleak. Marcus suggests heading north, away from the city center, toward the suburbs. He thinks there might be fewer infected there. More houses to scavenge. More places to hide. It's as good a plan as any. We agree. We'll move at first light, when we can see but the infected are less active. They seem to be more active at night. Or maybe that's our imagination. Hard to say. We don't know the rules of this new reality yet. We're learning as we go. It's 5:37 a.m. The sun is rising. I can see the edge of it on the horizon, red and orange, painting the smoke clouds. It's beautiful, surreal. The end of the world rendered in stunning color. We stand at the edge of the roof, looking east, watching the sunrise. It might be our last, probably won't be, but it could be. Every moment could be our last now. That's the reality of this existence. I'm memorizing it, the colors, the feeling, the company. If this is my last sunrise, I want to remember it, want to carry it with me into whatever comes next. Death or survival. Either way, I'll have this. The sun clears the horizon. Full light now. The city is revealed in harsh detail. The devastation is complete. Worse than I thought, entire neighborhoods gone, reduced to ash and twisted metal. The skyline is broken. Buildings collapsed. The familiar landmarks erased. This was home for 15 years. I knew this city, loved it. The streets and neighborhoods and hidden spots, the rhythm and flow, the character, all gone. Replaced by this corpse, this shell, this empty husk of what was. I'm grieving for the city, for the people, for the life I had. It's a physical ache in my chest, a tightness in my throat. I want to cry, but I can't. Too dehydrated, too exhausted. The tears won't come. So I just stand there, feeling it, letting it wash over me. The grief and loss and terrible acceptance. This is real. This happened. There's no waking up from it. It's 6:23 a.m. We're preparing to move, gathering what little we have. The emergency backpack, some coats, makeshift weapons, a piece of pipe. Marcus found a broken chair leg. Dana is carrying not much, but it's something. We're going to climb down the fire escape. It's exposed, risky. The infected will see us, but it's the only way. We can't stay here. Can't wait for rescue that isn't coming. We check the street below. A few infected, wandering. Not a huge number. We might be able to avoid them, or outrun them, or fight them if necessary. None of these options are appealing, but they're what we have. Kyle goes first. He's the youngest, most fit. He starts down the metal ladder. It creaks, rusted, poorly maintained. It holds. He makes it to the platform, waves us on. Dana goes next, then Ollie, then Marcus, then Jennifer. I'm last again, always last. I don't mind. I'd rather be the one taking the risk than watching others take it. I start down. The ladder is cold, wet with dew. My hands slip. I catch myself. Keep going. Down one floor. Another. The ground is getting closer. So are the infected. They've noticed us. 3 of them, starting to move in our direction. Moving faster as they get closer. Shambling into a run. We need to move now. We hit the ground. Start running. North. Away from the infected, they're following. Moaning. That terrible sound. But we're faster. For now, while we have energy, while adrenaline is fueling us. We turn a corner into an alley. Jump over debris. Keep running. My lungs are burning. My legs are screaming. But I don't stop. Can't stop. Stopping means death. We burst out of the alley onto a main street. More infected. Dozens. We change direction east into a parking garage. Dark. Concrete. Cars abandoned everywhere. We duck behind a van. Catch our breath. Listen. Footsteps. Shambling. They followed us in. We need to hide. Now. There, an office building connected to the garage. We try the door. Locked. Marcus kicks it. Once, twice. It gives. We rush inside. Close it behind us. Brace it with a desk. It won't hold long, but it'll buy time. We're in a lobby. Corporate office. Abandoned. The lights are off, but there's enough dawn light through the windows to see. We need to get higher. Away from ground level. Find a defensible position. We find the stairs, start climbing. 2nd floor. 3rd. 4th. We stop on the 5th. Check the doors. Locked. Marcus kicks again. We're inside. An office suite. Cubicles. Conference rooms. A break room. We spread out, checking for supplies, for threats. The place is empty. Abandoned in a hurry. Computers still on. Screensavers floating. Coffee cups half full on desks. Like everyone just vanished. Or ran. Or died. Or became infected. One of those. Ailey finds the break room. There's food. Vending machines. He breaks the glass. Starts pulling out snacks. Chips. Candy bars. Crackers. Not nutritious, but it's calories. We eat. First food in almost 18 hours. It tastes like cardboard, but I don't care. I'm ravenous. There's a water cooler. Thank God we drink. Refill bottles. Ration what's left. This could last us a day or two if we're careful. Buys us time. Options. We're sitting in the break room, eating, resting, processing. We made it. We're alive, for now. Jennifer asks if anyone knows what this building is. Dana checks the lobby directory on her phone. Battery's almost dead, but it still works. She reads Meridian Biotech Solutions, corporate headquarters. We all freeze. Look at each other. This is it. The company. The ones responsible. The lab that created the infection. We're in their building. Marcus stands, starts looking around with new intensity. There has to be information here. Files. Data. Something that explains what this is. What they did. Why. We split up. Searching offices, Dana finds a computer that's not password protected. She starts going through files, reading emails, downloading documents to a thumb drive. I'm searching filing cabinets, paper records, old school. There are folders labeled Project Terminus. I pull them out, start reading. The first page is a contract, government contract, Department of Defense. Dated 15 years ago, amount $200 million. Purpose, development of incapacitating biological agent for strategic deployment. Incapacitating. They were making a weapon, a way to disable enemy populations, make them unable to fight, to resist, to function. I keep reading. The project description talks about modifying prion proteins, engineering them to be more aggressive, more transmissible, target the brain's higher functions while leaving motor control intact. The goal was to create enemy combatants who were alive but non-functional, wandering, confused, easy to capture or neutralize. But something went wrong. The prion mutated, became more aggressive than intended. Didn't just disable higher function, rewrote it, created a new behavior pattern. Aggression, feeding, infection spreading through bite. The notes describe attempts to control it, to contain it, multiple accidents, breaches, cover-ups. The project should have been terminated, but it wasn't. Too much money invested, too much potential military application. They kept going, kept pushing, kept playing with fire, until the truck accident, until the containment failed completely, until the fire escaped and burned the world. I'm shaking with rage, with disbelief. This was preventable. This was created by people who knew better, who chose money and power over safety, over ethics, over the lives of billions. Jennifer is reading over my shoulder. She takes the folder from me, keeps reading. Her face goes pale. She sits down hard, starts crying, for real this time. Deep sobs, all the emotion finally breaking through. We all gather around, reading, understanding the full scope of the betrayal. Our own government, our own people, did this, created this, released this, killed the world. Dana is still downloading files, thousands of pages, research reports, communications, evidence. She says we need to preserve this. Make sure people know, make sure the truth survives. But who will there be to tell? Who's left to care? Still, she's right. We preserve it. For history. For justice. For the possibility that someday someone will want to know how it happened. How we ended. It's 8:15 a.m. We've been in the Meridian building for almost 2 hours. We've found food, water, information. Now we need to decide what to do with it. Marcus wants to broadcast it. Get the information out. Let survivors know the truth. I tell him my transmitter is dead. He says we find another. This building must have communications equipment, a PA system, something. We search, find the IT department, server rooms, and yes, a backup broadcast system for emergency communications. It's powered, battery backup, UPS systems, still functional. I can use this, can get back on air, can tell the story, the truth, what really happened. Who's responsible? But is that the right thing to do? Will it help people survive? Or just make them angry, despairing? Is truth always better than ignorance? I don't know, but I think people deserve to know. Deserve to understand why their world ended, why their loved ones died, why they're fighting for survival. So I'm going to tell them. I set up in the server room. The equipment is professional grade, better than the station. I can reach farther, stronger signal. I powered on, find the frequency, 104, and I'm back on air. This is Daniel Rothman. If you're listening, I have information about what happened, about why. It's not easy to hear, but you deserve to know. I tell them everything, the contract, the research, the accidents, the cover-ups, the names of the people responsible, the politicians who funded it, the scientists who built it, the executives who profited from it. I read from the documents. Quote directly, give dates and amounts and specific details. Make it undeniable. Make it real. I tell them this wasn't an accident, wasn't bad luck, wasn't an act of God. This was human choice, human arrogance, human greed. We did this to ourselves, and I tell them I'm sorry. Sorry we didn't stop it. Sorry we didn't know. Sorry we trusted the wrong people. Sorry we failed. I broadcast for an hour, laying it all out. The full story. Then I open it up, see if anyone's out there, anyone listening, anyone who can respond. The radio crackles. A voice, faint, far away. A woman. She says her name is Sarah. She's in a farmhouse 30 miles north. She's alone. Been listening since yesterday. Didn't think anyone was left. I tell her she's not alone. There are others. I've seen lights, heard reports. Survivors scattered across the region, maybe the country, maybe the world. She asks if there's hope, if we can survive this, if anything can be rebuilt. I tell her I don't know, but we're alive. That's something. We have a choice. Give up or keep going. I choose to keep going. She can too. She's quiet for a moment, then she says okay. She'll keep going. She thanks me. The line goes dead, but I smile, because that connection, that moment, that choice, that's what matters. That's what makes us human. More voices over the next hour. People calling in, sharing locations, situations, needs. I'm writing them down, creating a map of who's where, who needs what, who can help. We're building a network, small, fragile, but real. Survivors connecting, supporting, organizing. It's the beginning of community, of resistance, of hope. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can survive together. It's 11:47 a.m. I've been broadcasting for 3 hours. The others are resting, eating, taking shifts on watch. We're organizing, creating routines, systems, making this work. The Meridian building is secure, For now, we've barricaded the lower floors, set up alarms, established escape routes. We're learning, adapting, surviving. There's talk of making this a base, a rally point for other survivors. We have food, water, power, shelter. We could support others, build a real community. Strength in numbers, but that's dangerous too. Large groups attract infected, make noise, draw attention. We need to be careful, strategic, disciplined. We're discussing it, weighing options. No perfect answers, just choices with trade-offs. We'll decide together. Democratically, that matters. Maintaining humanity, maintaining choice. It's 1:33 p.m. A group of survivors just arrived. 7 of them. They heard the broadcast, navigated through the city, made it here. They're tired, hungry, hurt, but alive. We let them in, give them food and water, tend their wounds, welcome them. It feels good, helping, being part of something bigger than just survival, being part of rebuilding. One of them is a doctor, emergency room physician. Her name is Dr. Patel. She's been treating bite victims, trying to understand the infection. She says the transformation is irreversible. Once the prion takes hold, there's no bringing the person back. The brain is too damaged, rewritten at a fundamental level. But she thinks there might be a way to prevent it, if treated immediately after a bite, before the infection spreads. Amputation of the bitten limb, cauterization. It's extreme, but it might work. She's tried it once. The person survived, didn't turn. It's anecdotal, not proof, but it's hope. We discuss this. The implications, the ethics. Cutting off someone's arm or leg to save their life, would people choose that? Could we do it even if they did? Dr. Patel says we might not have a choice. If we want to survive as a group, we can't risk infection. One person turns, they endanger everyone. We need to be strict, ruthless even. It's hard to hear, but she's right. Survival requires difficult choices. We have to be willing to make them. It's 3:18 p.m. We now have 17 people in the building. More are coming. Word is spreading. The broadcast is reaching farther. People are heading here, seeking safety, community, purpose. We're organizing roles. Marcus is in charge of security. Dana is managing supplies. Ali is coordinating communications. Jennifer is handling new arrivals. Kyle is on salvage runs. Dr. Patel is medical. I'm broadcasting, keeping the network alive. We're a team, a community, a tiny civilization in the ruins. It feels impossible, fragile, but real, and it's growing. It's 5:02 p.m. A salvage team just returned. They found a warehouse intact, full of canned goods, bottled water, medical supplies, enough to sustain 50 people for months. This changes everything. We have time now, resources, options. We're planning to bring it all back. Multiple trips, heavily armed, well coordinated. It's risky. The warehouse is across town, through infected territory, but the payoff is worth it. We can do this. I'm broadcasting the good news, telling other survivors, giving them hope, giving them a destination. We can support more people, build something real, something lasting. The infected are still out there, still a threat, but they're manageable, avoidable. We're learning their patterns, their limitations, how to move around them, how to fight them when necessary. We're adapting, surviving, and maybe, just maybe, starting to thrive. It's 6:47 p.m., sunset approaching. I've been broadcasting for almost 10 hours today. My voice is shot, hoarse and rough, but I keep going. It's important, the connection, the network, the community. We've made contact with other groups, other survivors. A compound in the industrial district, 40 people, well fortified. They have generators, fuel. They're interested in trading, cooperating, building alliances. Another group in the university, students and professors. 25 people. They have medical knowledge, scientific expertise. They're working on understanding the infection, looking for weaknesses. Maybe a family in a suburban home, 8 people, 3 generations. They have gardens, seeds, knowledge of farming. They could provide food long term. We're connecting them, creating a network, separate groups working together, sharing resources, information, support. It's the beginning of society, small, distributed, but functional. This is how we survive, not as individuals, not as isolated groups, but as a network, a web of connections, stronger together. It's 8:21 p.m. Full dark now, but we have lights, powered by the building's backup systems. It feels almost normal, almost safe. The infected outside, us inside, a barrier between, for now. We're eating dinner, canned soup heated on a camp stove, crackers, water, simple but sufficient. We're sitting together, sharing stories, learning about each other, building trust, bond. There are children here, 3 of them, ages 6 to 12. They lost their parents, found by other survivors, adopted by the group. We're all their parents now, all responsible for their safety, their future. It's motivating, having kids to protect, to provide for, to give hope to. They remind us what we're fighting for, not just survival, but the possibility of a future, of rebuilding, of life continuing. The youngest, Emma, asks me if the monsters will go away. I tell her I don't know, but I tell her we're safe here. We have strong walls and brave people. She'll be okay. She seems satisfied, goes back to her soup, innocent, trusting. It breaks my heart and fills it at the same time. It's 10:04 p.m. People are settling in for the night, finding spaces to sleep, making beds from office furniture and scavenged blankets. It's not comfortable, but it's better than a roof in the cold. Doing one last broadcast for the day. Summarizing, giving updates, sharing the locations of our network, encouraging people to connect, to cooperate, to survive together. I'm also warning them about the infected, about the dangers of traveling, about the importance of caution, trust verification. Not everyone out there is friendly. Some people have gone feral, turned to violence and theft. We need to be careful, but we also need to be open, to help, to build, to maintain our humanity even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. I sign off. Promise to be back on tomorrow morning. Promise to keep broadcasting as long as I can, as long as it helps. The radio goes quiet. I take off the headphones. Stretch, I'm exhausted. Bone deep tired, but also energized. Purpose gives you strength. Hope gives you energy. I find a corner, lay down, close my eyes. For the first time in 2 days, I sleep. Really sleep. Deep and dreamless. The sleep of the living. Day 3 dawns. I wake to sunlight through the windows. Jennifer is shaking my shoulder. Gently, she says, we have visitors. A large group. 50 people. Maybe more. They heard the broadcast. They're outside, asking for shelter. 50 people. That's more than we can support. Our resources are limited. Our space is finite. We could take some, but not all. It's a choice, a terrible choice. Who do we let in? Who do we turn away? How do we gather? The core group. 17 of us. We discuss, argue. Marcus wants to limit numbers. Says we can't risk overwhelming our resources. Dana agrees. Ali says we have a moral obligation. We can't turn away people in need. Jennifer is torn, sees both sides. I'm quiet, listening, thinking. There's no right answer, just choices with consequences. Finally, I speak. I say we take everyone, all 50. We figure out resources later. We share what we have. We make it work because that's what humanity does. We help each other, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Some agree, some don't, but we vote. Majority rules. We're taking them all. We open the doors, welcome them in. 50 scared, tired, desperate people, families, individuals, young and old, all looking for safety, for community, for hope. We give them what we have: food, water, space. Welcome. It's crowded now, cramped, uncomfortable, but we're together. We're alive. We're trying. That has to be enough. It's 9:37 a.m. We're organizing the new arrivals, assigning roles, integrating them into the community. It's chaotic, overwhelming, but also energizing. We're growing, building, becoming something real. Among the new people is an engineer. He's looking at our power systems. Says he can extend the battery life, maybe integrate solar panels, make us sustainable long term. That's huge, game-changing. There's also a teacher. She's organizing the children, creating lessons, maintaining education, normalcy. It's important, keeping minds active, maintaining hope for the future. A mechanic, a carpenter, a nurse, a chef. So many skills, so much potential. We're not just survivors, we're a community with diversity, specialization, capability. We can do this, we really can. It's 11:53 a.m. I'm back on air, broadcasting from our growing community, telling the story, the success, the hope, encouraging others to find us or to build their own communities, to connect, to cooperate, to survive together. The responses are overwhelming. Dozens of groups out there, hundreds of people, all listening, all connecting. The network is spreading, growing, becoming something bigger than any of us imagined. There's talk of a convoy, groups pooling resources, traveling together, establishing trade routes, regular communication, creating infrastructure, the skeleton of a new society. It's ambitious, maybe too ambitious, but why not? We have nothing to lose, everything to gain. We might as well try. I'm coordinating, creating schedules, maps, routes, protocols. It's complex, but we have smart people, motivated people. We can figure it out. It's 2:26 p.m. The first convoy is organized, 3 groups, 20 vehicles, 80 people total. They're going to attempt a circuit, visiting multiple communities, trading supplies, sharing information, establishing regular contact. It's dangerous. The roads are full of infected, abandoned cars. Hazards, but the potential reward is worth the risk. Connection, community, commerce, the building blocks of civilization. They're leaving tomorrow at dawn. I'll be broadcasting their progress, creating a record, letting others know what's possible. This is huge. This is the beginning of recovery, of rebuilding, of hope. It's 4:11 p.m. A problem. Infected are gathering outside, attracted by the activity, the noise. There are hundreds of them, maybe thousands, surrounding the building. We're under siege. We've stopped all external activity, locked down, everyone inside. Quiet, waiting, hoping they disperse. But they're not. They're staying, pressing against the doors, the windows, testing our defense. Marcus is organizing a response. Armed teams at all entry points, ready to repel any breach. It's tense, scary, everyone on edge. The children are in the center of the building, away from windows. Dr. Patel is with them, keeping them calm. Distracted, Emma asks if the monsters are going to get in. Dr. Patel says no, we won't let them. She sounds confident. I hope she's right. I'm still broadcasting, letting the network know what's happening. Asking for advice, support, prayers, whatever they can offer. Several groups respond. They've dealt with sieges, offer suggestions. Noise diversions, fire distractions, ways to break up the horde. We're taking notes, making plans. It's 6:33 p.m. We're implementing the diversion. A team is on the roof. They've rigged a speaker system, playing loud music, drawing the infected away from the building, toward the sound. It's working, slowly. The infected are moving, following the sound, thinning out around the building, creating gaps, opportunities. Once they're far enough away, we'll silence the music. They'll wander, disperse. We'll be safe for a while. It's risky. If the team on the roof is discovered, if the infected figure out the trick. But we don't have better options. We try, we adapt, we survive. It's 8:04 p.m. The diversion worked. The infected are scattered, still in the area but no longer concentrated. We're safe, for now. But we've learned something. Large groups attract attention. We need to be careful, strategic. Maybe decentralized, spread out across multiple locations, reduce the target. We're discussing it, planning. There's an apartment complex 2 blocks away, intact, defensible. We could split the group, half here, half there. Reduce risk, increase options. It makes sense, but it's hard. We've just built this community. Now we're talking about dividing it. But survival requires adaptation, flexibility, hard choices. We'll decide tomorrow after we rest. Process. Think clearly. It's 10:27 p.m. I'm doing my nightly broadcast, recapping the day, the siege, the diversion, the lessons learned, sharing with the network, helping others avoid our mistakes. The responses are supportive, appreciative, grateful for the information, for the honesty, for the connection. I'm realizing something. This broadcast, this network, It's not just about survival. It's about memory, documentation, creating a record of what happened, how we responded, what we learned. Future generations, if there are any, will need to know how it started, how it spread, how we survived or didn't. I'm a witness, a recorder, a voice in the darkness. It's a responsibility, a privilege, a burden, all of these, but it's worth it. To know that someone someday might listen, might learn, might understand, that's enough. I sign off, sleep, dream of empty cities and full hearts, of darkness and light, of endings and beginnings. Day 4. The convoy leaves at dawn. I'm on the roof, watching, broadcasting. 20 vehicles rolling out, heading west, toward the first community on the circuit. It's emotional, hopeful and terrifying. They could all die out there. Probably will. But they're trying, taking the risk, building something. I follow their progress via radio. They're navigating slowly, carefully, avoiding infected, clearing obstacles, making progress. 2 hours in, they reach the first community, the industrial compound. There's celebration on both sides. Trading begins. Supplies exchanged, information shared, bonds formed. It's beautiful. Humanity at its best. Cooperating, helping, building. They stay for 4 hours, then move on to the university. The same scene repeats. Joy, trade, connection. By nightfall, they've completed the circuit. They're heading back, successful, proven, possible. This is how we rebuild. One connection at a time. One trade at a time, one day at a time. It's 7:51 p.m. The convoy returns. Triumphant, they brought back supplies, medicine, knowledge, hope. We celebrate. A real celebration. Music, dancing, laughter. For the first time since this started, people are smiling, truly smiling, forgetting for a moment what we've lost. It's important to feel joy, even now, especially now. It reminds us we're alive, we're human, we're more than just survival machines. I watch them dance. These people who lost everything, who watched the world end, who survived impossible odds. They're laughing, touching, connecting. It's defiant, beautiful, a middle finger to the darkness. Emma is dancing with one of the new arrivals, an older man named Robert. He's twirling her around. She's giggling. That sound, pure childhood joy. It pierces my heart. I didn't think I'd hear that sound again. Jennifer finds me on the edge of the celebration. She's been crying. Happy tears, she says. She didn't think she'd feel happiness again. Didn't think it was possible. But here it is. Unexpected. Precious. She asks me to dance. I'm surprised. Haven't danced in years. Not since my divorce. But I say yes. Why not? The world ended. Social anxiety seems ridiculous now. We dance. Badly. Awkwardly. But genuinely. Moving to music playing from someone's phone. Battery-powered speaker. Pop song from 2 years ago. Might as well be from another lifetime. The song ends. We separate. Both a little embarrassed, but smiling. It felt good. Normal. Human. The celebration winds down around 10 p.m. People are tired. The joy burned through their energy reserves. They're heading to sleep. Content. Hopeful. Change. I do my broadcast. Tell the network about the successful convoy. About the celebration. About the proof that connection is possible. That trade works. That we can rebuild. The responses flood in. Other groups want to organize convoys. Want to join the network. Want to be part of something bigger. The momentum is building. This could actually work. I sign off. Sleep comes easily. For the first time since this started, I sleep without nightmares. Day 5 begins with a problem. Water pressure is dropping. The building's water system is failing. The engineer, Thomas, is investigating. He thinks the city water supply is compromised. Pumps failing. Pipes breaking. We're running on whatever's in the building's tanks, maybe 2 days worth at our current consumption. This is serious. Water is life. Without it, we die. Quickly. Thomas says we need to find an alternative source. There's a water treatment plant 3 miles away. If it's still operational, we could tap into it. But that means leaving the building. Traveling through infected territory. High risk. Marcus organizes a team. 10 people. heavily armed. Thomas to assess the facility, others for security. They're leaving within the hour. I'm broadcasting this asking the network if anyone has water solutions, alternative sources, purification methods. Anything. A group near the river responds. They've been boiling river water, filtering it through sand and charcoal. It works. Not perfect, but better than nothing. They're willing to share their setup, their knowledge. Another group mentions rain collection, gutters and barrels. Simple but effective. We could implement that immediately. Start preparing for the long term. These responses give us options, backup plans. We're not trapped, we're adapting. It's 9:42 a.m. The water team left 20 minutes ago. I'm tracking their progress via radio. They're moving carefully. Encountering infected but avoiding engagement. Smart. Meanwhile, we're setting up rain collection, using tarps and buckets, office trash cans, anything that can catch water. The forecast shows rain in 3 days. We'll be ready. We're also discussing the split, moving half the group to the apartment complex, reducing our footprint. Marcus and Dana are scouting it now, checking for infected, structural integrity, access point. If it's viable, we move tomorrow. Separate into 2 groups, stay connected by radio. Create redundancy, insurance against total loss. It's sound strategy, painful but necessary. It's 11:18 a.m. The water team reached the treatment plant. Thomas is assessing. The facility is partially operational, running on backup power. Automated systems still functioning. This is huge. He can reroute water to our location. Requires some plumbing work, some improvisation, but it's doable. We could have running water indefinitely. The team is working on it. Should take a few hours. They're vulnerable while they work. Exposed, the others are maintaining security. Watching for infect. I'm broadcasting updates. The network is following along, invested in our success. Our survival affects theirs. We're all connected now. It's 1:47 p.m. Marcus and Dana return from scouting. The apartment complex is clear, structurally sound, has its own water system, could support 30 people easily, perfect for the split. We're organizing the division. Who goes? Who stays? Families together. Skills distributed evenly. Both locations need defense. Medical, technical leadership. It's challenging. People have formed bonds, don't want to separate, but they understand the necessity. Survival first. Preference second. We'll move at dawn tomorrow. Give everyone time to prepare. Process. Say goodbyes to those they're separating from, even though we're only 2 blocks apart, even though we'll stay connected. It feels significant. Final somehow. Change always does. It's 3:52 p.m. The water team succeeded. Water is flowing to our building. Thomas rerouted supply lines, created a direct feed. We have pressure, we have flow, we have life. People are crying, actually crying, over running water. It sounds absurd, but it's not. It's everything. It means we can drink, cook, clean, survive long term. We're rationing still. Can't waste it. But we have it. That certainty changes everything. The team is returning now, moving faster, confident, successful. They're heroes. Everyone knows it. It's 6:23 p.m. Dinner is different tonight. We're using the water, cooking properly. Rice and beans, canned vegetables heated and seasoned. Simple, but it feels like a feast. We're eating together. All 67 of us, crowded into the largest conference room, sitting on the floor, on desks, wherever there's space, but together, as one community. One last time before the split, someone starts a toast to survival, to community, to hope. We raise our water bottles, our cups, our containers. We drink. We're alive. Against all odds, we're still here. The mood is bittersweet, grateful but tinged with sadness. Tomorrow changes things. We know it, feel it, but we're ready. We have to be. After dinner, there's a meeting. All adults. We need to discuss governance, leadership structure, decision-making processes. We've been informal so far, operating on consensus and urgency. But as we grow, we need structure, systems, rule. Marcus suggests a council, representatives from each major group, security, medical, technical, supplies, education. They meet regularly, make decisions collectively. Report back to the community. It's democratic, transparent, fair. People agree. We elect representatives. Marcus for security, Dr. Patel for medical, Thomas for technical, Dana for supplies, the teacher whose name is Grace for education. I'm elected for communications to maintain the network. The broadcasts. We're a council now, a government, small and improvised, but legitimate, chosen. We have responsibility, authority, the weight of leadership. It's terrifying and necessary. It's 9:04 p.m. I'm broadcasting the day's events. The water success, the governance structure, the coming split. I'm framing it as progress, as evolution, as the birth of something new. The network responds positively. Other groups are implementing similar structures, learning from us, teaching us. We're all figuring this out together. A new voice comes on, a woman named Lisa. She's with a group in the northern suburbs. 50 people. They've been listening since day one. They want to join the network officially, establish trade, communication, alliance. I welcome them, give them the protocols, the schedules, the frequencies. They're in there connected. The network grows. Another voice. A man named David. He's alone, traveling south, looking for community. I give him directions to several locations. Tell him he's welcome, wherever he goes. We take care of each other now. He thanks me, says my broadcast kept him going, kept him sane, gave him hope. I don't know what to say. I tell him to stay safe, to find people, to survive. The line goes quiet, but I'm moved. My voice matters. This work matters. It's not just recording, it's connecting, supporting, saving. I sign off, emotional, exhausted, fulfilled. Day 6. The split happens. We're dividing supplies, equipment, weapons, medical materials, everything distributed equally. Both locations need to be self-sufficient, redundant, capable of surviving independently even while connected. It takes hours, inventory, distribution, transport, moving 30 people and their supplies 2 blocks through a city full of infected. It's complex, dangerous, necessary. Marcus leads the security, armed escorts front and back. Scouts ahead, clearing the route, ensuring safety. It's military precision. Impressive, considering we're civilians. We're learning, adapting. The move happens in stages, small groups, 5 people at a time, carrying what they can, making multiple trips. It's exhausting, nerve-wracking, but smooth. No incidents, no injuries, no loss. By noon, it's complete. 30 people in the apartment complex. 37 remaining in the main building, both locations secured. Radio checks confirming communication. We did it. I'm broadcasting from the main building still. My equipment is here, my setup, but I'm visiting the apartment regularly. Maintaining connection, presence. I'm the link between locations, the voice that unites us. It's a role I accept. Embrace even. I'm good at this, at talking, at connecting, at making people feel heard. It's what I did before, what I do now. The world changed, but my purpose did. That's comforting, grounding. It's 2:41 p.m. Both locations are settling in. People are claiming spaces, establishing routines, creating home. It's happening faster than expected. Humans need structure, normalcy. We create it instinctively. The children are in the apartment complex. It's safer there. Ground floor access to a courtyard, enclosed, secure. They can play, run, be children. Grace is organizing classes, math, reading, history, maintaining education, maintaining future. It's important. These children will rebuild the world. They need knowledge, skills, hope. We're giving them what we can. Emma asks if I'll visit, read them stories. I say yes, of course, I'll come tonight, after the broadcast. She's excited, tells the other kids. They're looking forward to it. Story time with Daniel. It makes me smile, makes me feel useful, needed. It's 5:19 p.m. A runner arrives from the university group, actual physical messenger. Radio died, needed to deliver information in person. The scientists there have made a discovery about the infection. It's a prion disease, like they suspected, but engineered, modified with viral components. That's why it spreads so aggressively, why it's so effective. The prion rewrites neural pathways, The viral component ensures rapid transmission. It's brilliant, horrific, a perfect weapon, but there's more. The prion is unstable. It's mutating, slowly, not in ways that make the infected more dangerous, but in ways that might make them less functional. Over time, months maybe, the infected might degrade, become less mobile, less aggressive, eventually non-functional. This is huge. It means the infection might burn itself out. Given enough time, enough waiting, we might outlast it. But months, how many? 6, 12, 24? The runner doesn't know. The scientists are still studying, still learning, but it's hope, real scientific hope. I'm broadcasting this immediately. The network needs to know. Everyone needs to know. Survival isn't just about the next day anymore. It's about months, years, outlasting, rebuilding. The response is electric, hope surging through the network. Community celebrating, planning, dreaming of after. It's premature, maybe. The timeline is uncertain. The science is preliminary. But people need hope, need something to hold on to. This gives them. I'm emphasizing caution. Can't let hope make us careless. The infected are still dangerous, still deadly, still everywhere. But the horizon exists. The end is possible. That changes everything. It's 7:43 p.m. I'm at the apartment complex. Story time with the children, 8 of them gathered around, sitting on the floor, looking at me with wide eyes, expectant, innocent. What do I read? I don't have books. Everything was left behind, lost, destroyed. So I tell them stories from memory, fairy tales, adventures, happy endings. They're transfixed, hanging on every word. Emma is sitting closest, leaning against my leg, trusting, safe. I tell them about a princess who saved herself, about a boy who learned to fly, about animals who built a community in the forest. Stories of cooperation, courage, hope. When I finish, they ask for more. I promise to come back, tell more stories. They make me promise. I do. Cross my heart. Grace thanks me, says the kids need this, need normalcy, need connection to the before times, need to know the world was once beautiful, safe, full of possibilities. I understand. We're preserving culture, memory, humanity, through stories, through connection, through care. It's our responsibility, our privilege, our purpose. It's 9:26 p.m., final broadcast of the day. I'm summarizing the split, the discovery, the hope, the continued danger, the need for caution and courage in equal measure. I'm also thinking out loud, philosophizing about what we're building, what we're becoming. Are we still the same civilization, or are we something new, born from the ashes of the old? I think we're both. We carry forward what was valuable, what worked. Community, cooperation, care for the vulnerable. But we're shedding what was toxic: greed, individualism, short-term thinking. We have to. Survival demands it. Maybe that's the silver lining, if there is one. The old world needed to change, was heading toward disaster even without the infection. Climate, inequality, division. We were on an unsustainable path. Now we're forced to build different, better maybe, more aligned with our actual needs, our actual nature. We're social animals. We thrive in communities. We've just been reminded of that, violently, tragically, but effectively. The network is quiet tonight, listening, thinking, processing. These philosophical broadcasts resonate, give people framework, context, meaning. We're not just surviving, we're evolving, becoming something new. That's worth documenting, worth celebrating even. I sign off, sleep, dream of futures, plural, possible. Day 7, a week since the accident. Feels like years. We're establishing routine. Wake at dawn, security checks, inventory, breakfast, work assignments. Everyone contributes. Everyone has purpose. It's efficient, necessary, good for morale. My day starts with morning broadcast. News updates. Weather, just like before, except the news is survival tips. The updates are from the network. The weather matters more now. Rain for water, cold for heat management, sun for solar power. But it's still radio, still connection, still my job. After broadcast, I visit both locations. Check in, listen, document. I'm the eyes and ears, the record keeper, the witness. At the main building, Thomas is working on solar panels, salvaging them from nearby buildings, installing them on the roof, building energy independence. He estimates 2 weeks to full installation. Then we're off the grid, self-sufficient. At the apartment, Dr. Patel is conducting medical training, teaching people basic first aid, wound care, infection prevention, making everyone capable, reducing dependency on her. Smart and necessary. Grace is teaching. The children are learning. Emma shows me her math homework. She's proud. I'm proud of her. I tell her so. She beams. These small moments, they matter. They're what we're fighting for. It's 11:07 a.m. A distress call on the radio. A group under attack, not by infected, by other survivors. Raiders, taking supplies, taking weapons, taking control. The location is 15 miles west, outside our immediate area, but in the network, connected to us. Under it, Marcus is listening. He looks at me, asks if we respond, if we help, if we fight. I don't know. We're not soldiers, not police. We're survivors. Do we risk ourselves for others? Even network members. The council meets. Emergency session. 5 minutes of intense debate. Dr. Patel says we have a moral obligation. Thomas says we can't risk our people. Dana says we need to establish precedent. Either we're a network that helps each other or we're not. Marcus says if we don't defend each other, the network is meaningless. Just voices on radios, no substance, no commitment. He's right. We vote. Ununanimous. We respond. Marcus takes 20 people, our best fighters, armed with whatever we have, makeshift weapons. A few guns. Determination. They're loading into vehicles, moving out into danger, for strangers, for principle, for the network. I'm broadcasting this, telling the story as it happens. Other groups are listening, watching, learning what kind of network we are. This defines us, this moment, this choice. It's 1:34 p.m. Marcus and his team arrived at the location. The raiders are still there, 6 of them, armed, aggressive. They've cornered the group. 12 people, families, elderly, vulnerable. Marcus approaches, tries to talk. The raiders refuse. Say the supplies belong to them now. Might makes right. The old world is dead. New rules apply. Marcus disagrees. Says we're building something different, something better. Community, cooperation, mutual aid. He asks them to leave, to find another way. They laugh, raise their weapons, make threats. Marcus signals. His team moves, fast, coordinated. They've trained for this. Anticipated this, they surround the raiders, outnumber them, outmaneuver them. The raiders realize they're beaten. They lower weapons, surrender, smart. They walk away, alive but empty-handed, embarrassed, defeated. The families are safe, their supplies intact. They're crying, thanking Marcus, thanking us. They want to join, to be part of a network that fights for each other. Marcus welcomes them, tells them the protocols, the commitments, the mutual obligations. They accept. They're in. The team is returning. No casualties, no losses. Success, complete success. I'm broadcasting this. The network is celebrating. This is what we're building. This is who we are. We defend each other. We stand together. We're stronger united. It's a turning point. The network just became real, concrete, worth defending, worth believing in. It's 4:18 p.m. Marcus returns. Tired but satisfied. His people are exhausted, but proud. They did something good, something right, something that matters. We're celebrating quietly, no big party, just acknowledgement, gratitude, recognition. They risked their lives for strangers, for principle, for the network. That deserves honor. But there's also concern. The raiders are still out there. They might come back with more people, more weapons, more anger. We might have made enemies. Marcus says it was inevitable. Either we stand up to predators or we become prey. Better to establish strength early, deter future challenges. He's probably right, but it's a shift from defensive to proactive, from survivors to protectors, from community to something bigger. Military, maybe, or police, or both. It's necessary evolution, but it changes us, changes what we're building. We're not just a survival community anymore. We're a power structure, a force, an entity that takes action beyond our borders. That's responsibility. Weight. Burden. We accept it. What choice do we have? It's 6:52 p.m. Dinner is communal again, both locations connected by radio, eating simultaneously, together even while apart. It's ritual, bonding, culture. Someone suggests we need a name for the network, for what we're building, something to identify with, to unite under, to believe in. Suggestions flow. Phoenix, rising from ashes, new dawn, fresh start, the network. Simple and descriptive. Someone says meridian. Ironic. Taking the name of the company that destroyed the world, using it to rebuild. I like it. There's poetry there. Justice. Redemption. We're taking their horror and transforming it, making it mean something different, something better. We vote. Meridian wins. We're the Meridian Network now. Survivors united. Communities connected. Building something new from the ruins of the old. It's official. We have identity, purpose, direction. We're not just surviving. We're building a civilization. It's 9:41 p.m. I'm broadcasting the name, the identity, the vision. I'm explaining what Meridian means now. Not weapons, not death, but community, life, hope. The network responds. Communities adopting the name, identifying as Meridian. Part of something bigger, connected, united. Within hours, we have 30 communities, 800 people, all Meridian, all committed, all connected. It's incredible, unexpected, powerful. We're becoming something significant, something that might actually last. I sign off, emotional, overwhelmed, hopeful. We're really doing this. Day 8, wake to rain, heavy rain. The barrels are filling, the tarps are collecting. We're gathering water, gallons of it, more than we can immediately use. This is abundance, wealth, security, water for drinking, cooking, cleaning, growing, living. Thomas is setting up a storage system, purification, testing, making sure it's safe, making it last. We're learning, adapting, thriving even. It's 8:23 a.m. Morning broadcast in the rain. I'm describing the sound, the smell, the feeling. Rain was always just weather before, annoying or pleasant. Now it's life, literally. We depend on it. Perspective changes everything. A new group checks in, Northern Territory. They call themselves Sanctuary. 40 people, well organized, strong defenses. They've been listening. They want to join Meridian, be part of the network. I welcome them, share protocols, establish communication schedules. They're in. Meridian grows. Another group, eastern suburbs, smaller, 15 people, struggling. They need help, medical supplies, food, security advice. I connect them with Dr. Patel, with Dana, with Marcus. The network mobilizes, resources are allocated. Advice is given, help is provided. This is the network functioning. This is mutual aid. This is community at scale. It's beautiful, functional, proof of concept. It's 10:47 a.m., a runner from the university. More research findings. The scientists have been studying infected corpses, bodies that finally stopped functioning, trying to understand the progression. What they found is disturbing. The infection doesn't just attack the brain. It alters the entire nervous system, makes the body more efficient in some ways, stronger, more resilient, but at the cost of everything else. Metabolism, healing, cognitive function. The infected are burning through their bodies, fast. The mutations, the scientists noted, it's degradation. The prion is breaking down, taking the host with it. Their estimate, 6 months, maybe 8. Most infected will be non-functional by then, simply unable to move, unable to function, unable to continue. But that's for the first wave, those infected earliest. New infections might last longer. The timeline extends with each new case. So the answer isn't waiting, it's containment, prevention, stopping new infections, then waiting out the existing ones. It's a strategy, a plan, achievable if we're careful, if we're smart, if we're lucky. I'm broadcasting this, the network is processing. It's good news, the end is visible, but it's also challenging news. We have to survive 6 to 8 months, minimum. Longer realistically, that's a marathon. Endurance, persistence. Can we do it? I don't know, but we're going to try. It's 1:16 p.m. The rain stopped. The sun is out, steam rising from the streets. The city looks washed, cleaner, almost peaceful if you ignore the abandoned cars and broken windows. I'm on the roof, looking out, trying to see what's left, what's salvageable, what's hopeless. Most of downtown is gone, burned or collapsed. But the residential areas are mostly intact. Suburbs are survivable. We could expand there, create more settlements, spread out the population, build redundancy. That's long-term thinking, strategic thinking. We're past immediate survival. We're into rebuilding mode, planning, constructing, growing. It feels premature, but also necessary. If we don't plan, we stagnate. If we stagnate, we die. Forward motion is life. Jennifer joins me on the roof. She's quiet, reflective. She tells me her boyfriend never made it. She knows now someone from his neighborhood confirmed it. He was infected early. Turned he's gone. She's grieving. Finally, she'd been holding it back, focusing on survival. Now there's space for emotion, for loss, for grief. I listen, don't offer platitudes. Just presence, witness, acknowledgement. She needs to be heard, seen, validated. She cries. I let her. When she's done, she thanks me, says she needed that, needed to let it out. I tell her I'm sorry. I am, for her loss, for all the losses, for the world we had and lost. She nods, wipes her eyes, says we keep going. For them, for everyone who didn't make it. We keep going. She's right, we do. It's 3:39 p.m. Council meeting. We're discussing expansion, creating new settlements, establishing presence in the suburbs, building the Meridian network physically, not just through radio. Thomas has identified 3 locations: residential neighborhoods, intact houses, defensible, sustainable. We could move groups there, start farming, building, creating real permanence. Dana has inventory. We have surplus supplies, enough to support expansion, enough to take risks. Marcus has security concerns. Spreading out means vulnerability. We need to defend multiple locations, coordinate across distances. It's complex, but doable with planning. Dr. Patel supports it. Says concentration breeds disease, sanitation issues, stress, conflict. Spreading out is healthier physically and psychologically. Grace wants to create a library, preserve books, knowledge, culture. One of the locations could serve as a repository, a center for learning, for remembering. I'm documenting, recording. This is history happening. Decisions being made that will shape the future, whatever future we manage to build. We vote unanimous. We expand. We establish 3 new settlements. We grow. Meridian is becoming real, physical, permanent. It's 6:04 p.m. We're announcing the expansion plan to the network, asking for volunteers, people willing to pioneer, to leave the relative safety of established locations for the uncertainty of new settlements. The response surprises me. Dozens of volunteers, people wanting to build, to create, to be part of something new. The pioneer spirit isn't dead. It's just been dormant. We're organizing teams, selecting carefully, mix of skills, mix of ages, creating balanced communities, giving each settlement the best chance of success. The first group leaves tomorrow, 20 people, heading to a neighborhood 5 miles north. They'll secure the area, set up infrastructure, begin building. It's ambitious, maybe too ambitious, but we're trying. That's what matters. It's 8:27 p.m. Story time with the children again. They're excited to see me. Emma runs up, hugs my legs. The other kids gather, ready for stories. Tonight I tell them about the world before, about cars that drove themselves, about phones that knew everything, about planes that crossed oceans, about the wonders we created. They're amazed, doubtful even. It sounds like magic, like fairy tales. I assure them it was real. Show them pictures on my phone. Battery almost dead, but enough for this. They crowd around, staring wide-eyed, seeing the world that was. One boy asks if we'll have those things again. I tell him maybe, someday, if we work hard, if we learn, if we remember and build on what came before. He says he wants to build airplanes. I tell him to study, to learn, to dream, that we'll need people like him, people who reach for more. Grace is watching, smiling. She mouths, "Thank you." I nod. This matters. Giving children hope, direction, dream. It's investment in the future, the only kind that matters. It's 10:13 p.m. Final broadcast time summarizing the day. The rain, the research, the expansion plans, the volunteers, the hope. I'm also addressing fear because I know people are afraid of change, of risk, of failure, of losing what little they have. I tell them fear is natural, healthy even. It keeps us careful, keeps us alive. But fear can't be the only driver. We need hope too, courage, vision. We're building something worth building, something worth risking for, something worth believing in. Meridian isn't just survival, it's life, it's community, it's the best of what humans can be. That's worth fighting for, worth working for, worth living for. The network is quiet, listening, absorbing, believing. I sign off exhausted but satisfied. Today was good. Progress, real progress. Tomorrow will bring challenges, always does. But tonight, we rest in the accomplishment, the movement forward. Day 9, the expansion team leaves at dawn. 20 people, 3 vehicles. Supplies for a week, pools, weapons, hope. Marcus leads the security detail. Dana is managing logistics. Thomas is handling technical setup. It's our best people, our brightest, our brave. I watch them drive away into the gray morning light, into uncertainty, into the future. I'm broadcasting their departure, making it real, making it public. The network is watching, learning, inspired. Other groups announce similar plans. Expansion, growth, building. We're entering a new phase, post-survival, reconstruction. It's exciting, terrifying, necessary. It's 9:51 a.m. A problem at the apartment complex. Water contamination. Someone got sick. Vomiting. Fever. Dr. Patel is investigating. She thinks it's the rainwater, not properly purified. Bacteria, possibly parasites. Treatable but concerning. We need better filtration, better testing, better protocols. Thomas is working on it, designing a proper filtration system. Multiple stages, removing biological and chemical contaminants. It'll take time, resources, expertise, but it's necessary. Water is life. Contaminated water is death. We can't afford mistakes. The sick person is isolated, treated. They'll recover, but it's a reminder. Everything can kill us now, not just infected. Disease, hunger, exposure, accidents. We're vulnerable in ways we never were before. Survival requires constant vigilance, constant learning, constant adaptation. It's exhausting, but it's reality. It's 12:34 p.m. The expansion team reached the target neighborhood. They're reporting back. The area is mostly clear, few infected, houses intact, perfect for settlement. They're securing the perimeter, setting up in a cul-de-sac, 30 houses, defensible. Each house can support a family or small group. Central area for community gathering. They're calling it Meridian North, first official expansion, first new settlement. The name sticks. It's real now. They're beginning work, clearing infected from houses, checking for supplies, establishing security. Building begins tomorrow. I'm broadcasting updates. The network is following along. Invested, connected. This is our success, our achievement, our hope. It's 3:08 p.m. A new voice on the radio. Military, National Guard unit, still operational. They've been maintaining order in a secure zone 40 miles west. They've heard about Meridian, about the network. They want to establish contact, share resources, coordinate. This is huge. Official military presence, resources, expertise, legitimacy even. But also concerning military means hierarchy, orders, control. We've been democratic, consensual, free. Will they respect that? Or will they try to take over, impose their structure, their rules? I'm cautious. We all are. But we agree to meet, to talk, to see what's possible. Marcus is taking a delegation. 3 people, armed but diplomatic. They're leaving in the morning, meeting at a neutral location. It's a risk, but potential reward is significant. We need to try. It's 5:43 p.m. The rain returned, heavier than before. We're collecting water, filling every container, building reserves. The filtration system Thomas designed is working. Clear water, safe water, tested and confirmed. We're distributing it to both locations, to Meridian North, throughout the network. Clean water is wealth, power, life. We're sharing it freely. Building goodwill, building network. This is how societies form, through sharing, through mutual support, through cooperation that benefits everyone. We're learning the old lessons, the fundamental ones, the ones civilization forgot somewhere along the way. It's 8:16 p.m. Dinner is quiet, people are tired. The work is constant, the stress is wearing. We need rest, restoration, joy. I suggest a talent show. Tomorrow night, people performing, showing skills, sharing culture, creating entertainment, creating community through celebration. The response is enthusiastic. People volunteer. Musicians, comedians, poets, dancers. We have talent, hidden talent, dormant talent, waiting for outlet. Grace is organizing, creating a schedule, setting up a stage in the main building. Both locations will watch via video link. Connected, united, celebrating together. It's exactly what we need. Reminder that we're human, that we have more than survival. We have culture, art, beauty. That's worth preserving, worth celebrating, worth living for. It's 10:39 p.m. Final broadcast. I'm announcing the talent show, inviting the network. Anyone within range can come, safely. We'll provide shelter, food, security. Come celebrate with us. It's bold, risky, opening our doors. But it's also necessary. We can't be isolated, can't be paranoid, can't let fear win. We're human. Humans gather, celebrate, connect. It's in our nature, our deepest need, so we're doing it. Tomorrow night, Meridian Network's first community celebration. I'm excited, nervous, hopeful. This is either brilliance or disaster. We'll find out tomorrow. I sign off. Sleep. Dream of music and laughter, of people gathering without fear, of joy returning to the world. Day 10. Morning breaks clear. The rain stopped. The air is fresh, clean. Perfect day for building, for working, for living. The expansion team at Meridian North is making progress. Houses cleared, gardens started, solar panels installed. They're creating permanence, home. The talent show preparations are underway. Grace has a schedule, 20 performers, music, comedy, poetry, dance. Even a magic act. Someone who did amateur magic before still has some tricks, some props. It's going to be wonderful, needed, healing. It's 9:18 a.m. Marcus and his delegation left for the military meeting. They're armed, cautious, prepared for anything. Good luck is wished, hope is expressed, worry is hidden. They'll be gone most of the day. The meeting is far, the roads are dangerous, but the potential is worth it. I'm tracking them by radio, broadcasting updates, keeping the network informed. Meanwhile, preparations continue. The main conference room is transformed. Stage set up, decorations improvised from office supplies. Colorful, cheerful, almost festive. It's amazing what people can create with nothing, with will, with desire, with need. It's 11:42 a.m. Visitors arriving for the talent show. A group from Sanctuary. 8 people. They traveled overnight. Carefully, safely, they're here. We welcome them, show them around, feed them, house them. They're amazed by what we've built, by the organization, the structure, the hope. They share their stories, their struggles, their successes. We're learning from each other, building bonds, creating friendship. This is diplomacy. This is alliance building. This is how networks become civilizations. More visitors arrive. Afternoon brings 3 more groups, 20 people total, from different directions, different backgrounds, united by Meridian, by network, by hope. We're hosting, welcoming, celebrating. This is what we're building. This is who we are. It's 2:57 p.m. Marcus checks in. The military meeting is underway. Initial impressions are good. The guard unit is professional, respectful, interested in cooperation, not control. They have resources, medical supplies, weapons, ammunition, fuel. They're willing to trade, to share, to work together. They also have intelligence about other areas, other survivor groups, hostile groups, infected concentrations, information that could save lives. This is valuable, potentially transformative. We're discussing terms, working out agreements. building partnership. It's going well, better than expected. Hope rises. It's 6:31 p.m. The talent show begins. Both locations connected by video. Visitors in person. Hundreds of people. United, watching, celebrating. The first act is a musician, guitar. He's playing old songs, folk music. Everyone knows the words. People are singing along together. Harmonizing, creating beauty. It's moving, emotional, powerful. Tears are flowing. Happy tears, cathartic tears, healing tears. The magic happens. The magician is good. Pulling coins from children's ears, making cards disappear. Simple tricks, but expertly done. The kids are delighted, amazed, laughing. Emma volunteers. He makes a flower appear in her hand. She gasps, shows everyone. Proud, happy, innocent. This moment, this perfect moment, worth everything, worth surviving for, worth fighting for. A comedian performs dark humor, jokes about the apocalypse, about survival, about infected. It's inappropriate, perfect, exactly what we need. Permission to laugh at the horror, to diminish it through humor. People are laughing, really laughing. Belly laughs, releasing tension, releasing fear, releasing pain. It's therapeutic, essential, life-giving. More acts, a dancer, a poet, a singer, each one sharing, giving, creating community through art. The final act is a group performance. Everyone who wants to join, we're singing together. Old song about coming together, about unity, about hope. All voices blending. Main building apartment complex. Meridian North via radio. Visitors, network members. Hundreds of voices. One song, one community, one hope. It's transcendent, perfect. The moment we became more than survivors. The moment we became something new. The show ends. Applause, cheers, tears, hugs, connection, joy, pure joy. I'm broadcasting this, describing what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. The network is listening, experiencing vicariously, wishing they were here. Next time they will be. We'll make it bigger, better, more inclusive, more celebratory. This is the beginning of culture, of society, of civilization reborn. It's 9:53 p.m. The celebration continues. Food is shared, stories exchanged, friendships formed. This is community. This is human. This is life. Marcus returns. The meeting was successful. Full alliance established with the National Guard. Trade agreements, intelligence sharing, mutual defense. It's formal, official, significant. Meridian just became legitimate, recognized by remaining government authority. We're not just survivors. We're a political entity, a force, a player. This changes everything, opens doors, creates possibilities, but also responsibilities, obligations, expectations. We accept them. What choice do we have? Forward is the only direction. I'm broadcasting the news, the alliance, the implications. The network celebrates. This is victory. This is progress. This is hope realized. Day 10 ends in triumph, in joy, in accomplishment. Day 11 begins with hangover. Not from alcohol. We have none. From emotion, from exertion, from late night celebration. But it's a good tired, a satisfied tired. The tired that comes from living fully, from experiencing joy, from connecting deeply. We're moving slower today, resting, recovering, processed, but work continues, always continues. Survival doesn't pause for celebration. It's 8:46 a.m. Morning broadcast is reflections on the talent show, on what it meant, what it revealed, how it changed us. We're not just surviving anymore. We're living, creating, celebrating, becoming human again. Full human, not reduced to base survival. Elevated to community, to culture, to art. This is the path forward, not just building shelter and gathering food, but building meaning, purpose, beauty. That's what separates us from the infected. Not just cognitive function, but the ability to create meaning, to find joy, to celebrate existence. We must never lose that, no matter how hard survival becomes. We must remain human, fully human. The network responds, agreeing, sharing their own celebrations, their own art, their own culture. We're all doing this, all building simultaneous. It's a movement, a renaissance. A rebirth, beautiful and fragile, but real. It's 10:23 a.m. The alliance with the National Guard brings immediate benefits. A supply convoy arrives, medical supplies, ammunition, food, fuel, real wealth, real resources, game-changing quantities. We're distributing through the network, sharing with all Meridian communities, building goodwill, building strength throughout. The Guard commander, Colonel Martinez, visits personally. She's impressive, professional, compassionate. She understands what we're building, supports it, wants to integrate military resources with civilian community. She has a proposal, joint patrols, clearing infected from larger areas, creating safe zones, expanding territory, building coalition of military and civilian resources. It's ambitious, organized, strategic. Everything we've been improvising, but with military precision and resources. We agree, this is the next phase, from small communities to territory, from survival to reclamation. Meridian is evolving, growing, becoming something significant. It's 1:07 p.m. Joint patrols begin immediately. Mixed teams, Guard soldiers, and civilian volunteers. Marcus is coordinating, creating schedules, routes, protocols. The goal is clearing a 10-block radius around our main locations, creating verified safe zone, then expanding outward, block by block, reclaiming the city. It'll take weeks, maybe months, but it's achievable with military resources, with organization, with commitment, and it gives people purpose, direction, hope that recovery is possible, that we can take back what was lost. First patrol departs. 20 people, well armed, well trained, confident. They're moving through the streets, encountering infected, eliminating threats, clearing houses, creating safety. I'm broadcasting their progress. The network is following along, inspired. Several other communities announce similar plans, working with local military or police, creating their own safe zones. The infected are losing territory, slowly, systematically. We're winning. It's 3:42 p.m. The expansion team at Meridian North reports success. 30 people living there now. Gardens producing, water system functional, power from solar. They're self-sufficient, sustainable. They're also building a school, real school, building converted, desks salvaged, books gathered. Grace is traveling there tomorrow to teach, to train teachers, to establish education. Children will have school again. Routine, learning, future. It's profound, significant, symbolic of recovery. We're not just surviving, we're rebuilding infrastructure, society, civilization, block by block, day by day, moment by moment. It's 6:19 p.m. Dinner is communal again, but different. We have more food, better food, from the Guard supplies. Real protein, fresh vegetables from early gardens. Variety, flavor, abundance. It's a feast. By any standard, people are savoring every bite. Grateful, joyful, fed. Colonel Martinez joins us, eats with us, listens to our stories, shares hers. She's human, not just military. She cares. She's committed to rebuilding. She tells us about other areas, other Guard units, other survivor communities. The picture is mixed. Some areas collapse completely. Others are thriving, building, growing. But overall, survival, persistence, hope, humanity endures. Everywhere, in different forms, different structures, but enduring. This is global. We're not alone. We're part of something worldwide. Billions became millions, but millions are still millions, still enough, still capable of rebuilding. It's perspective, context, hope on a larger scale. It's 8:51 p.m. Evening broadcast is about the larger picture, about other communities, other survivors, other success. I'm connecting Meridian with these other groups, building network beyond our region, creating national network, maybe international eventually. The responses are immediate, groups wanting to connect, share information, trade, coordinate. The network is expanding exponentially. We need structure, organization, someone to coordinate, to manage, to lead at scale. The council meets tomorrow to discuss governance at network level, to create systems that can scale. They can manage thousands of people across hundreds of communities. It's nation building. That's what this is. We're building a nation from scratch. Democratic, distributed, connected. It's unprecedented. Exciting, terrifying, necessary. I sign off, overwhelmed, but energized. This is bigger than I imagined. Bigger than any of us imagined. But we're rising to it together. As Meridian, as humanity. Day 12. Council meeting starts at dawn. Extended session. All day if needed. The agenda is ambitious. Structure. Governance. Systems. Everything needed to scale from communities to nation. Colonel Martinez is invited. Guest observer. Military perspective. She accepts. Attends. Contributes carefully. Respectfully. She understands civilian control. Supports it. Offers military resources under civilian direction. It's proper, healthy, the way it should be. We're discussing representation. Each community gets voice, proportional to population. Democratic, fair, inclusive. We're discussing resource distribution based on need and contribution. Communities that produce share with communities that struggle, but everyone contributes something. No freeloaders, no exploitation. We're discussing defense. Coordinated, shared, mutual obligation to defend any community under threat. This is the strength of network, united defense. Raiders can't pick us off individually. We're discussing justice, laws, courts, punishment. How do we handle crime? Disputes without prisons, without traditional infrastructure. We're improvising, creating new systems based on restoration, rehabilitation, community service, not punishment. Healing, it's progressive, idealistic, maybe naive, but we're trying, building something better than what we had. Hours pass, debate, discussion, compromise. Democracy is slow, messy, but legitimate, inclusive, worth it. By afternoon we have framework. Constitution basically, simple, clear, focused on principles, not details. Flexible, adaptable, living document. We're calling it the Meridian Charter. It establishes democratic governance through elected representatives, equal rights and participation for all members, resource sharing based on need and contribution, mutual defense obligations, restorative justice systems, the freedom of movement within Meridian territory, protection of children and vulnerable populations, preservation of knowledge and culture, commitment to rebuilding and recovery. It's ambitious, aspirational, but real, written, agreed upon, ready for ratification by all member communities. We're sending it out tonight. Network vote over the next week. If majority approves, it becomes law. We become nation. Meridian Nation. It's 40:37 p.m. I'm broadcasting the charter, reading it in full, explaining the process, the vote, the implications. The network is listening intensely. This is huge. This is defining moment. This is choosing what we become. The responses are mixed, some enthusiastic, some cautious, some concerned about losing autonomy, some worried about outside control. All valid, all understandable. Democracy means dissent, debate, diversity of opinion. We're encouraging discussion, questions, concerns. Everything will be addressed transparently, openly, honestly. This is too important to rush, too important to force. It must be genuine choice, informed consent, true democracy. It's 7:14 p.m. The first patrol returns. Success. 10 blocks cleared. 50 infected eliminated. 0 casualties. Houses secured. Territory claimed. They're exhausted, satisfied, proud. They did important work, dangerous work, successful work. We're celebrating quietly, acknowledging, supporting. They're heroes, every one of them. Arcus is already planning tomorrow's patrol, different area. Expanding the safe zone, building momentum, creating progress. The city is being reclaimed, block by block, house by house, life by life. It's working. It's actually working. It's 9:46 p.m. Final broadcast. I'm summarizing the day, the charter, the vote, the patrols, the progress. I'm also being honest about challenges, about concerns, about the difficulty of what we're attempting. Building nation from ruins is hard, unprecedented maybe. We're making it up as we go, learning from mistakes, adapting constantly, but we're trying. That's what matters. We're not giving up, not retreating. not accepting defeat. We're building, creating, hoping, living. That's human. That's us. That's Meridian. The network is quiet tonight, thinking, processing, deciding. As I sign off, rest. Tomorrow brings more challenges, more choices, more building. Always building. Day 13. Morning brings first vote results. Communities are weighing in on the charter. Early results are positive. 70% approval. Strong mandate. But 30% opposed or concerned. That's significant. We need to address their concerns. Modify if necessary. Build true consensus. Democracy isn't tyranny of majority. It's listening to everyone, finding common ground, building together. The council is reviewing concerns. Most are about autonomy, fear of central control, worry about losing local identity. Valid concerns, addressable concerns. We're drafting amendments, clarifications, strengthening local autonomy while maintaining network coordination. It's balance, tension, compromise. It's democracy. It's 10:28 a.m. Meridian North reports breakthrough. They've successfully grown and harvested first crop, lettuce and radishes. Fast growing, early season, but real food, grown food, sustainable food. This is huge. This changes timeline. We're not dependent on scavenging anymore. We can produce, we can sustain, we can grow. They're sharing seeds, knowledge, techniques. Every community can do this. Should do this, must do this. Food security is survival. This is the path. I'm broadcasting instructions, how to start gardens, what to plant, when to plant, how to care for crops. The network is listening, taking notes, planning. Within days, dozens of communities will have gardens. Within weeks, hundreds. Within months, we'll be food secure. This is revolution, agricultural revolution, just like humanity's first one, but faster, more desperate, more conscious. We're rebuilding civilization's foundations. From the ground up, literally. It's 1:03 p.m. A problem, conflict between two communities. Dispute over salvage rights, territory, resources. Both claim the same warehouse. Both need the supplies. This is first real test of Meridian justice system. How do we resolve disputes? Who arbitrates? Who enforces? The council appoints mediators, neutral parties. They'll investigate, listen to both sides, propose solution. If both accept, it's binding. If not, it escalates to network vote. It's slow, cumbersome, but fair, transparent, democratic. The mediators travel to both communities, interview witnesses, examine evidence, search for truth. They find it. The warehouse is in disputed territory, no clear owner. But one community found it first, scouted it, planned to salvage. The other community moved in first, took supplies. The mediators rule. The supplies must be shared, half to each community. Fair, equitable, preserves relationships, builds precedent. Both communities accept crisis averted, justice served. System works. This is important. This is proof. We can resolve conflicts without violence, without power struggles, with justice, with democracy. It's precedent. It's hope. It's civilization. It's 3:51 p.m. More communities are voting on the charter. The amendments help concerns were addressed. Support is growing, now at 85% approval. By tonight, we'll have final count. If it holds, the charter passes. Meridian becomes official, formalized, legitimate. We're preparing for ratification. Ceremony tomorrow. All communities connected. Simultaneous oath. Commitment. Unity. It's symbolic, important, foundational. The moment we chose to be nation, the moment we formalized our bonds. History happening. I'm documenting, recording, witnessing. This is my role, my purpose, my contribution. The voice that preserves, remembers, tells the story. It's 6:27 p.m. Final vote count, 87% approval. The charter passes. Meridian is official. The network erupts. Celebration, relief, joy. We did it. We chose democracy. We chose union. We chose each other. I'm broadcasting the results, the victory, the beginning. Tomorrow we ratify, tonight we celebrate. Both locations are partying, music, dancing, food, joy. Again, more joy. Building on last celebration, creating tradition, creating culture. This is who we are. People who celebrate, who find joy, who create community through shared experience. This is Meridian. This is us. This is hope. It's 9:18 p.m. The celebration winds down. People are tired. Happy tired. Satisfied tired. Tomorrow is big day. Ratification. Ceremony. New begin. But tonight is for rest. For contentment. For satisfaction at what we've accomplished. In less than 2 weeks, we went from scattered survivors to organized nation. From fear to hope. From desperation to democracy. It's remarkable. Unprecedented. Beautiful. I'm proud of us, of everyone, of what we've built together. Final broadcast is short, just gratitude. Thanks to everyone who voted, who participated, who believed, who built. Meridian exists because of all of us. Every person, every contribution, every moment of courage and hope. We did this together, as community, as family, as nation. I sign off, sleep, dream of flags and anthems, of ceremonies and commitment, of tomorrow. Day 14. 2 weeks since the accident. Feels like lifetime, is lifetime in many ways. The old world is dead, new world being born. Today it gets its name, its identity, its purpose. Today Meridian becomes real. The ceremony is scheduled for noon. All communities connecting via radio and video. Thousands of people, united in this moment, this choice, this beginning. Morning is preparation. The main building is decorated. Meridian flags, blue and green, representing earth and water. Life, survival, hope. Grace designed them. Simple, beautiful, meaningful. Every community has one, flying from rooftops, from windows, from poles. Visible, proud, united. It's 11:47 a.m. People are gathering. Both locations filled. Visitors from nearby communities. Everyone in formal clothes, or closest approximation. Clean at least. Presentable, respectful. The mood is solemn, celebratory, nervous, excited. All of these, this is important. Everyone feels it. The council sits at the front, representatives of the people. Elected, trusted, responsible. We're wearing our best, looking official, feeling the weight of moment. It's noon, the ceremony begins. I'm master of ceremonies. Of course, the voice of Meridian, speaking for all of us. I begin with moment of silence. For those who didn't survive, for those who died, for those who became infected, for the world that was, for everything lost. Silence, complete silence. Thousands of people, not a sound, just memory, grief, honor, respect. Then I speak about survival, about choice, about what we're building, about why it matters, about hope and courage and commitment. I'm reading the charter in full, every word, clear, slow, emphatic, everyone hearing, understanding, choose. Then the oath, pledging commitment to Meridian, to its principles, its people, its future. Everyone taking it together, one voice, one commitment, one nation. It's powerful, moving, transformative. The moment we stop being survivors and become citizens. The moment we choose to be something bigger than ourselves. The ceremony ends with singing. Anthem someone wrote. Simple melody. Powerful lyrics. About rising from ashes. About unity in adversity. About hope in darkness. Everyone singing. Thousands of voices. United. Harmonizing. Creating beauty from chaos. Creating meaning from tragedy. It's transcendent. Perfect. The birth of Meridian. I'm crying. Everyone is crying. Happy tears. Proud tears. Tears of relief and hope and commitment. We did it. We really did it. It's 1:37 p.m. Post-ceremony celebration. Food. Music. Joy. Again. More joy. It's becoming our culture, our tradition. Finding reasons to celebrate. Creating community through shared happiness. The visitors are impressed. They came from dozens of communities, seeing what we've built, what's possible. They're inspired, energized, ready to build in their own communities. This is how movements grow, through inspiration, through example, through proof of possibility. Meridian is that proof. We're showing what's possible, what humans can build, even from ruins, even from tragedy, even from horror. We can create something beautiful, something meaningful, something worth living for. It's 46 p.m. Visitors are leaving. returning to their communities, carrying stories, inspiration, hope. They'll share it, spread it, build it. Meridian is growing, not just in size, in influence, in impact. We're becoming model, blueprint, proof of concept. Other regions are watching, learning, adopting our structures, our systems, our charter. Meridian is franchising basically, spreading organically, growing virally. Within months, there could be dozens of Meridian networks, hundreds of communities, tens of thousands of people, all committed to same principles, same values, same hope. It's a movement, a civilization, a future. And it started here, in this city, with scattered survivors, with desperate choices, with commitment to something bigger. It's humbling, inspiring, overwhelming. It's 7:03 p.m. Quiet evening, recovery from ceremony, from emotion, from intensity. People are resting, processing, integrating what happened, what it means, who we now are. I'm doing the same. I'm citizen now. Not just survivor, not just broadcaster. Citizen of Meridian, with rights, responsibilities, identity. It feels different, significant, grounding. I belong to something, something real, something meaningful, something worth protecting, worth building, worth living. This is what humans need: community, identity, purpose. We're social animals. We thrive in groups, in tribes, in nations. We've just chosen ours, formalized it, made it real. I'm grateful for the accident that brought us together. No, not grateful for that. Grateful for the choices we made after the way we responded. The humanity we maintained, the hope we held. That's what saved us. Not resources, not location, not luck. Hope, choice. Humanity. We chose to be better, to build better, to hope for better, and we're doing it. That's worth everything. It's 9:41 p.m. Final broadcast of the day, of the 2 weeks, of the beginning. Tomorrow starts the next phase, the building phase, the growth phase, the future. I'm reflecting, summarizing, honoring what we've been through, what we've accomplished, what we've become. 2 weeks ago, the world ended, lives ended, civilization ended, everything we knew, everything we were gone in moments. But we survived, not just physically, emotionally, spiritually, humanly. We maintain who we are, what we value, what makes us human. And from that maintenance, that commitment, that hope, we built something new, something better maybe, something more aligned with our true nature. Meridian is democracy, it's community, it's cooperation, it's everything humans do best. Without the baggage, without the corruption, without the mistakes of the old world, we have chance to do it right, from scratch, with full knowledge of what went wrong before. We can build better. Will we? I don't know. We're human. We make mistakes. We have conflicts. We're imperfect. But we're trying. That's what matters. We're not giving up. We're not accepting defeat. We're building, creating, hoping, living. That's Meridian. That's us. That's the future. The network is quiet tonight, satisfied, resting, preparing for tomorrow. I sign off. End of 2 weeks. End of beginning. Start of future. Sleep comes easy, deep, restorative, hopeful. Day 15 begins new chapter. Morning brings routine. Now that ceremony is over. Now that Meridian is official, we return to work. Building, growing, surviving, living. But it's different. There's confidence now. Identity. Purpose. We're not just surviving, we're citizens of Meridian. Building nation. Building future. It changes perspective. Motivates, inspires. It's 8:19 a.m. Morning broadcast is about this new phase, about what comes next, about challenges and opportunities, about long-term vision. We're not just surviving winter, we're building infrastructure, creating economy, establishing education, planning for generations, for centuries even. Ambitious? Yes. Impossible? Maybe. But worth trying? Absolutely. The network responds enthusiastically. Communities sharing plans, projects, ideas. We're all building together, learning from each other, growing together. This is the power of network. Collective intelligence, shared resources, mutual support. We're stronger together than apart. Exponentially stronger. It's 10:47 a.m. The patrols continue. Daily now, expanding safe zones systematically. Yesterday cleared 10 blocks, today's goal is 15. Ambitious but achievable. More people volunteer now that Meridian is official, now that it's nation building, not just survival. People want to contribute, want to be part of something, want to matter. Everyone contributes something, even the children, even the elderly. Everyone has a role. Everyone matters, everyone belongs. This is inclusive community. This is what we're building. A place where everyone has value. Everyone contributes. Everyone belongs. It's 1:33 p.m. Message from the National Guard. Colonel Martinez has proposal. Large-scale operation. Clearing entire sectors. Establishing permanent safe zones. Military and civilian cooperation. Meridian would provide governance. Baird provides security. Shared operation. Shared success. The council meets, discusses, debates. It's significant commitment. Major operation. High risk. High reward. We vote on unanimous approval. We're doing it. Large-scale reclamation, taking back city, taking back territory, taking back hope. Operation starts next week, giving time to prepare, to organize, to train, to build coalition. This could be turning point, if successful, if we can reclaim significant territory, create real safe zones. It proves concept, it proves possibility, it proves we can win. Not just survive, win, take back what was lost, rebuild what was destroyed, create what never existed. It's ambitious, maybe overreaching, but we're trying. That's what matters. It's 4:08 p.m. Meridian North reports. They've established contact with rural communities, farms, small towns, survived relatively intact. Low population density helped, fewer infected, easier to isolate, easier to survive. They have food, surplus food. They want to trade for medicine, tools, knowledge. They're joining Meridian, expanding network into rural areas. This is huge. Rural plus urban, agriculture plus industry. Combination is powerful, sustainable. We can support much larger population, much longer timeline. This is nation building, real nation building. Different regions, different economies, united by common principles, common identity, common hope. Meridian is becoming real, geographically, economically, politically, real. It's 6:42 p.m. Evening meal brings announcement. Dana has been working on currency, Meridian credits, based on labor, on contribution, on value added, not on gold or silver, on actual work, actual value. Everyone earns credits for work, for contribution, for building. Everyone spends credits for food, for supplies, for services. It's economy. Simple but functional. It creates incentive, reward for contribution, system for distribution, fairness in exchange. People are skeptical. Currency seems like old world, like capitalism, like everything that went wrong. But Dana explains, this is different. This is democratic. This is transparent. This is about fairness, not exploitation. About contribution, not accumulation. We're trying experimenting. If it doesn't work, we'll change it. Adapt it. That's flexibility. That's democracy. We implement tomorrow. Trial basis. Month-long experiment. Then evaluate. Adjust, improve. It's science. Social science. We're learning by doing. Building by trying. Growing by experimenting. It's 9:24 p.m. Final broadcast focuses on experimentation, on trying new things, on learning from results, not theory, on adapting based on reality, not ideology. This is pragmatic governance. This is scientific approach. This is learning organization. We don't have all answers. We don't pretend to. We try things. See what works. Keep what works. Discard what doesn't. Simple, effective, honest. The network appreciates this. Transparency, honesty, willingness to admit uncertainty. It builds trust. It builds legitimacy. It builds commitment. People follow leaders who are honest, who admit mistakes, who adapt, who learn. We're trying to be those leaders. I sign off, satisfied, tired, hopeful. Tomorrow brings more experimentation, more learning, more building, always building. Day 16, currency launches. Everyone receives initial allocation, 100 credits. Equal start, From there, earn and spend, create and exchange. Build economy. First transactions are awkward. People unused to trading, to valuing, to exchanging. But it starts slowly, tentatively. Market emerges. Someone sells baked bread, 5 credits. Someone else offers haircuts, 3 credits. Someone repairs electronics, 10 credits. Services, goods, value creation. By afternoon, economy is flowing, people working, trading, earning, spending, creating wealth, actual wealth, not accumulated, circulating, everyone benefiting. It's working, better than expected, faster than expected. Humans understand trade. Instinctively, we've been doing it for millennia. We just needed framework, permission, system. It's 11:16 a.m. Broadcast discusses economy, how it's working, why it matters, what it enables. Economy isn't capitalism, isn't exploitation, is exchange, is specialization, is efficiency. Economy allows people to focus, to specialize, to get really good at something, then trade for everything else. It's division of labor, it's efficiency, it's progress. One person becomes excellent baker, makes bread for community, earns credits, uses credits for everything else, doesn't need to farm, hunt, build, just bakes, gets really good. Everyone benefit. That's economy. That's why it matters. That's why we're building it. The network is watching, learning. Several communities implement similar systems. Others hold back, waiting, watching, seeing results before committing. That's fine. That's healthy. That's experimentation. Not everyone must do everything. Diversity of approach, learning from each other, finding what works where. It's 2:49 p.m. First Council of Rural Communities. They're meeting to discuss integration, to establish protocols, to build connection with urban meridian. They have concerns. Rural life is different pace, different values, different needs. They don't want to be absorbed, don't want to lose identity, want autonomy within union. We understand, we respect. We're not homogenizing, not forcing uniformity, celebrating diversity within unity. A pluribus unum, from many one. Without destroying the many. The Charter allows this, encourages this. Local autonomy, regional identity, within national framework, federal system basically, distributed power, shared coordination. They agree. Join formally. Rural meridian established, autonomous but connected, united but distinct, perfect balance. Nation grows, geographically, culturally, economically. We're becoming real nation. Multiple regions, multiple identities, united principles. It's 5:33 p.m. Thomas has breakthrough. Solar power storage, battery system, using salvaged car batteries, wired in series, storing solar energy, providing power at night. This is huge. This extends power, makes it reliable, sustainable. We can have lights at night, heat in winter, power for tools, for communication, for life. He's building one for each location. Plans available to all communities. Anyone can build. Anyone can have power. Sustainable, renewable, independent. This is technology. This is progress. This is what humans do. We innovate. We solve problems. We improve, even in apocalypse, especially in apocalypse. Necessity breeds innovation. Adversity breeds creativity. We're proving it. It's 8:07 p.m. Evening gathering. Different tonight. More formal. Grace has organized cultural evening. Poetry, music, art, sharing, celebrating culture, building identity. Someone reads poem about survival, about hope, about what we've lost and what we're building. It's beautiful, moving, true. Someone else plays music, original composition, called Meridian Rising. It's haunting, powerful, perfect. Then someone displays artwork, paintings of the city, before and after, side by side, showing loss, showing change, showing both tragedy and hope. This is culture. This is identity. This is who we are. Not just survivors. Creators, artists, humans fully expressed. Grace is preserving everything, creating archive, library, repository of Meridian culture, for future, for history, for memory. This is important work. maybe most important. Preserve who we are, what we value, what we create. That's civilization. That's us. It's 10:41 p.m. Final broadcast is philosophical, about culture, about memory, about importance of preserving humanity, not just human bodies. We survive physically through food and shelter. We survive culturally through art and memory. Both matter. Both are essential. We need both to be fully human. Meridian understands this, values this, protects this. We're not just surviving. We're living, creating, remembering, being human fully. That's victory. That's success. That's what we're building. The network is quiet, reflective, absorbing. These philosophical broadcasts resonate. Give meaning. Give purpose. Give why not just how. I sign off. Satisfied. Fulfilled. Purpose found. In broadcasting. In documenting. In connecting. In preserving. In building culture through communication. This is my contribution. My calling. My why. Day 17. Week 3 begins. Routine established. Systems working. Economy flowing. Culture building. Nation growing. We're past survival mode into building mode, into thriving mode even. It's remarkable transition, remarkable speed, but also fragile. One major setback, one disaster, one attack, everything could collapse. We know this, live with this. But don't let it paralyze us. Forward motion is life, stagnation is death. We keep building, keep hoping, keep living. Morning broadcast focuses on fragility and strength. How both coexist, how awareness of fragility makes us careful, how confidence and strength makes us bold, balance between caution and courage. The network needs both, too much caution. We stagnate, never take necessary risks, never grow. Too much courage, we overreach, make fatal mistakes, die gloriously, but die. Balance is wisdom, is survival, is success. It's 9:53 a.m. Preparation for major operation begins. Training, organization, coordination between civilian and military. It's complex, difficult, essential. Marcus leads civilian training, tactics, safety, coordination, people learning, practicing, preparing. They're not soldiers, never will be, but they're competent, capable, ready. Colonel Martinez leads military preparation, establishing command structure, communication protocols, contingency plans, professional, thorough, impressive. The operation launches in 4 days. Goals are ambitious: clear 50 blocks, establish 2 permanent safe zones, evacuate any survivors found, eliminate infected systematically. It's achievable if everyone does their part, if luck holds, if nothing goes catastrophically wrong. We're preparing for contingencies, medical response, evacuation plans, fallback positions, hope for best, prepare for worst. Military wisdom, human wisdom. It's 12:38 p.m. Message from scientist group. More research findings about infected degradation. It's accelerating faster than predicted. The prion is unstable, burning through hosts rapidly. New estimate, 3 to 4 months. Most infected will be non-functional, dead essentially. Body shut down, brain destroyed, threat eliminated. This is better than before, much better. Timeline shortened, hope increased. Light at end of tunnel visible. Closer, but also warning. New infections still dangerous, still spread rapidly. Can't be complacent. Must maintain vigilance. Caution, safety protocol. Victory is coming, but it's not here yet. Must survive until then. Must continue fighting, building, hoping, living. I'm broadcasting this. Network celebrates. Cautiously, hopefully, 3 to 4 months. Finish line visible. We can make it. We can survive. We can win. But work continues. Can't stop. Can't relax. Must push through. Must maintain discipline. Must stay strong. Almost there. Almost. It's 3:27 p.m. Unexpected visitor. Survivor from far away. Traveled hundreds of miles. Following radio broadcasts. Following hope. Following Meridian. His name is James. He's from the coast, eastern seaboard. He describes situation there. Cities collapsed. Millions infected. But also survivors. communities forming, networks building. Similar to us, different details, same hope. He came to see, to learn, to take back ideas, take back hope, take back proof that survival is possible, that rebuilding works, that hope isn't delusion. He's staying a week, learning, observing, participating, then returning home, taking Meridian back with him, spreading hope, spreading model, spreading success. This is how movements spread, through people, through stories, through proof. He's evangelist, ambassador, bridge between distant communities. We welcome him, share everything, openly, freely. We want this to spread, want everyone to know survival is possible. Community is achievable, hope is real. The more who survive, the more who build, the stronger humanity becomes. We're all connected, all human, all worthy of survival, of hope, of future. It's 6:14 p.m. Dinner conversation with James. He's sharing stories about Coast, about survival there, about innovations they've created, different from ours, adapted to their situation, their resources, their challenges. They're using boats, ocean access, fishing, transportation, defense, water advantage. No infected can swim, can't cross water. Islands become safe zones, natural fortresses. Brilliant, simple, effective. We're landlocked, ever considered this. But for them, it's salvation. It's strategy. It's survival. This is diversity of approach. This is human creativity. Same problem, different solutions. All valid, all effective, all worth sharing. We're learning from each other, coast and interior, urban and rural, military and civilian, everyone contributing, everyone learning, everyone improving. This is network power. This is why Meridian works. Not one answer, many answers. Coordinated, shared, optimized. It's 8:56 p.m. Cultural evening includes James. He shares coastal culture, sea shanties, sailing stories, ocean wisdom, different from ours. Enriching, expanding. Our culture grows, diversifies, deepens. We're absorbing influences, creating synthesis, building truly diverse culture, rich culture, human culture. This is what happens when barriers fall, when information flows, when people connect. Culture explodes, blooms, thrives. Meridian is becoming multicultural, multi-regional, truly national, not homogeneous. Diverse, unified by principles, not uniformity. By values, not sameness. This is strength. This is resilience. This is beautiful. It's 11:02 p.m. Final broadcast includes James. He speaks about Coast, about hope, about Meridian's impact, how broadcasts reached them, gave hope, gave model, gave possibility. He thanks us. Thanks Meridian for existing, for broadcasting, for sharing, for proving survival is possible. Community is achievable. Hope is real. I'm moved. We all are. Our work matters. Our broadcasts matter. Our example matters. We're not alone. We're part of something global, something huge, something unstoppable. Humanity survives everywhere, in every region, every environment, every challenge. We adapt. We overcome. We survive. This is our nature, our strength, our hope. I sign off, grateful, humbled, inspired. Tomorrow brings more building, more connecting, more hoping. Always forward. Day 18. 3 days until major operation. Preparation intensifies. Final training, final coordination, final checks. Tension rising, anticipation building. Everyone feeling it. This is big. This is significant. This could change everything. Success means momentum, proof of concept, model for future. Failure means casualties, setback, doubt. We can't fail, won't fail, will succeed, must succeed. Morning broadcast is motivation, encouragement, confidence building, reminding people why this matters, what's at stake, what success means. The network responds, support, encouragement, prayer, whatever they can offer. We're not alone, never alone. Meridian stands together. It's 10:19 a.m. Final briefing for operation. All participants gathered. Civilians and military. 200 people. Largest coordinated action since formation. Marcus reviews civilian roles, sectors, responsibilities, contingencies. Clear, concise, confident. Colonel Martinez reviews military aspects. Support, backup, heavy fire when needed. Professional, reassuring. Questions answered, concerns addressed. Everyone leaves briefing informed, prepared, ready. 3 days. Then we change the game. It's 1:44 p.m. James is preparing to leave tomorrow, returning home, taking Meridian with him. In his mind, in his heart, in plans and documents and hope. He's emotional, grateful, transformed. He came seeking hope, found community, found family, found home away from home. We give him gifts, documents, plans, seeds for gardens, battery designs, charter copy, everything we've learned, everything we've built. Take it, use it, spread it, build it. He promises he'll share, he'll teach, he'll build coastal Meridian. Connected to us, part of network, part of family. We're expanding, not just geographically, ideologically, culturally. Meridian is becoming movement, philosophy, way of life. It's bigger than us, bigger than this city, this region, this nation even. It's human, it's hope, it's future. It's 4:22 p.m., quiet afternoon, calm before storm. Everyone resting, preparing mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm on the roof, alone, looking at city, at skyline, at ruins and remaining buildings and smoke and hope and devastation and construction. All of it, simultaneously. The end and the beginning, the death and the birth, the tragedy and the hope. This is Meridian. This is us, born from disaster, building toward hope, carrying both, always both, never forgetting where we came from, never losing sight of where we're going. Jennifer joins me. We stand in silence, comfortable silence, shared experience, shared survival, shared hope. She asks if I think we'll make it, long term, years from now, decades even. I tell her I don't know, but I believe, I hope, I choose to believe, because what's the alternative? Despair? Giving up? Accepting defeat? No, never. We fight, we build, we hope, until we can't anymore, until the end, whatever end that is. She agrees. We stand together, watching city, watching sunset, watching hope and horror coexist, watching life continue. Despite everything, because of everything, through everything. This is human. This is us. This is why we survive. It's 7 p.m. Farewell dinner for James. Communal, emotional, celebratory, bittersweet. He's leaving, but taking Meridian with him, spreading it, growing it. That's good. That's right. That's necessary. He speaks. Thanks everyone. Thanks Meridian. Promises to return someday. Promises to build coastal version. Promises to stay connected. Part of network. Part of family. We believe him. Trust him. Love him. Brother in survival. Brother in hope. Brother in Meridian. He leaves tomorrow, but he's always here. In spirit. In connection. In network. Distance means nothing. Connection means everything. It's 9:47 p.m. Final broadcast focuses on connection, on network, on how physical distance is irrelevant, how connection transcends space, how we're united by principles, values, hope, not by proximity, not by geography, by choice, by commitment, by love. Meridian is idea, philosophy, way of being. It exists wherever people choose it, build it, live it. We're not confined, not limited, not restricted. We're everywhere people choose hope over despair, community over isolation, building over destroying. That's Meridian. That's us. That's everywhere. In everyone. The network understands, resonates, embraces. We're movement now, not just nation. Movement, philosophy, hope made manifest. I sign off, ready for tomorrow, for operation, for whatever comes. Strong, confident, connected, never alone. Always Meridian. Day 19. James leaves at dawn. Emotional farewell, promises, hugs, tears, hope. He's carrying Meridian east to coast, to millions waiting, to future. We watch him drive away into sunrise, into hope, into tomorrow. He's ambassador. Bridge. Brother. He's us. We're him. All Meridian. All human. All hope. 2 days until operation. Final preparations. Final training. Final breath before plunge. Morning broadcast is calm, steady, confident without arrogance, prepared without fear, focused, clear, ready. The network mirrors this. Calm, steady, supportive. We're entering dangerous moment. Everyone knows it. Everyone feels it. But we're ready as possible. It's 10:33 a.m. Unexpected development. New survivor group requests immediate help. Under attack by large raider band. 20 raiders, well armed, aggressive. The survivor group is 30 people, mostly families, elderly, children, vulnerable. Location is 40 miles north, outside normal range. But their Meridian network, part of family, under attack, calling for help. Emergency council meeting. Do we respond? Operation is in 2 days. Can't risk key personnel. Can't risk resources. But these are network members. Family. Under attack. Calling for help. Debate is brief. Intense. Marcus wants to go. Says that's what Meridian means. Mutual defense. We respond. Always respond. That's covenant. That's commitment. Others worried. Risk. Timing. Resources. All valid. All understandable. Vote happens. Unanimous. We respond. Always respond. That's Meridian. That's who we are. Marcus takes team 20 fighters. Best equipped. Best trained. They're leaving within the hour. Race north. Save family. That's mission. That's commitment. That's Meridian. It's 12:16 p.m. Marcus team is en route. Moving fast. Time matters. Raiders could kill everyone. Could destroy community. Could shatter network trust. We must save them. Must succeed. Must prove Meridian keeps promises. Defends its own. That's everything. That's what makes network real. Makes it worth joining. Worth believing in. I'm broadcasting updates. Network is watching. Waiting, hoping, praying. This matters beyond this one group. This tests Meridian. Tests commitment. Tests reality of mutual defense. We must succeed. Everything depends on it. It's 2:47 p.m. Marcus team arrives. Raiders are there. Surrounding community. Preparing assault. Timing is critical. Perfect almost. Minutes matter. Lives matter. Marcus team engages. Fast. Hard. Overwhelming. 20 against 20. Equal numbers. But Marcus team has surprise. Has coordination. Has commitment. Has purpose. Raiders are caught off guard. Confused. Disorganized. They fight back, but half-heartedly. They're bullies. Not soldiers. Not defenders. Just predators seeking easy prey. Prey has teeth. Prey fights back. Prey has help. Family. Network. Meridian. Raiders break. Run. Leave weapons. Leave wounded. Run for lives. Smart. They recognize bigger force. Greater commitment. They can't win. They retreat. Marcus lets them go. No pursuit. No revenge. Just defense. Just protection. Mission accomplished. No casualties. Network family saved. It's 4:03 p.m. Marcus team securing area. Checking for wounded. Providing medical attention. Food, water, comfort. They saved 30 people. 30 lives. 30 grateful survivors. 30 new Meridian believers. The rescued group is overwhelmed. Grateful. Can't believe help came. Can't believe network is real. Can't believe Meridian keeps promises. But it is. We are. We do. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us Meridian. We defend each other, always, no matter what. That's covenant, that's commitment, that's family. I'm broadcasting success, victory, proof. Network explodes with celebration, relief, pride. This is Meridian, this is what we do. This is who we are. Other communities report. Raiders in their areas withdrawing, retreating. Word spreads. Meridian protects its own. Don't attack network members. You'll lose. You'll face unified response. You'll regret it. This is deterrence. This is reputation. This is power. Not power over power, with power to protect, power to defend, power to build, power to hope. Good power. Necessary power. Right power. It's 6:38 p.m. Marcus team returns. Heroes welcome. Celebration. Honor. gratitude. They risk lives for strangers. For principles, for Meridian, for us. The rescued families are with them, came back, joining main community, safer here, part of something bigger, part of family, part of Meridian. They're integrated immediately, housed, fed, welcomed. Family doesn't exclude, doesn't judge, doesn't hesitate. Family accepts, includes, loves. And that's Meridian. That's us. That's what we're building. Family at scale. Community that actually cares, nation based on mutual aid, on love, on hope. It's working. It's real. It's beautiful. It's 9:21 p.m. Final broadcast celebrates victory, but also cautions. This changes things. Meridian is now target. We showed strength, showed commitment, showed capability. Raiders know this. Other threats know this. We're not easy prey. We're not isolated. We're unified. Dangerous to threaten. This deters some, but attracts others. Stronger enemies, more dangerous threats. Those who see strong network and want to break it, control it, destroy it. We must stay vigilant, must stay strong, must stay unified. Can't become complacent. Can't assume safety. Must remain ready. Always ready. But tonight, we celebrate. We earned it. We saved lives. We proved Meridian is real. We kept promises. That deserves honor, joy, rest. Tomorrow brings challenges, always does. But tonight, victory, hope, pride, proof. We're Meridian. We're real. We're strong. We're family. I sign off proud, grateful, honored to be part of this, to witness this, to chronicle this, to be Meridian, day 20. One day until major operation, final preparations, final rest, final calm. Morning broadcast is reflection on 3 weeks, on journey, on transformation, from scattered survivors to organized nation, from desperation to hope, from fear to confidence. It's been fast, too fast maybe, but also necessary. Had to move fast, had to build momentum, had to create hope before despair won, before people gave up, before darkness consumed light. We did it together. As community, as network, as Meridian, we built something real, something good, something worth protecting, worth fighting for, worth dying for. Tomorrow we fight, large scale, coordinated, everything we've built, everything we've learned, everything we've become, tested, proven, or broke. We will succeed, must succeed, will not fail, cannot fail. Too much depends on it. Too many people, too much hope, too much future. Pano, we reclaim the city. Pano, we prove Meridian works at scale. Pano, we change everything. It's 10:52 a.m. Final operation briefing. Everyone gathered. 200 fighters, 50 support personnel, medical, logistics, communication. Everyone has role. Everyone matters. Everyone contributes. Operation details reviewed. Again, final time. 5 sectors, 4 teams per sector. Systematic clearing, house by house, block by block. Thorough, safe, effective. Estimated time, 12 hours. Dawn to dusk. One day, 50 blocks cleared, 2 safe zones established, hundreds of infected eliminated, any survivors rescued. It's achievable if everyone does their part, if coordination works, if luck holds, if God or universe or chance smiles on us. We're ready as possible. Training complete, equipment distributed, plans made, contingencies prepared, morale high, commitment total, hope strong. Tomorrow, we make history. Tomorrow, we build future. Tomorrow, we reclaim what was lost. It's 1:27 p.m., quiet afternoon, rest before storm, people sleeping, eating, praying, preparing mentally, emotionally, spiritual. Death is possible, likely even. 200 people fighting thousands of infected. Odds aren't good. We know this. Accept this. Do it anyway, because it matters, because it's necessary, because hope requires action. Hope requires risk. Hope requires courage. We have courage, all of us. Every person volunteering, every person risking, every person fighting for community, for family, for Meridian, for hope, for future. That's heroism, real heroism. Not glory seeking, not fame hunting, quiet determination to do what's necessary, what's right, what's hard, despite fear, despite danger, despite cost. I'm proud of everyone, of Meridian, of humanity. We're proving what we can be, what we can do, what we can build, even from ruins, even from horror, even from end of world. We rise. We always rise. That's human. That's us. That's beautiful. It's 4:49 p.m. Jennifer comes to me. She's volunteering tomorrow for medical support. She'll be in danger. Maybe die. Probably survive. But maybe die. She asks if I think she's crazy. I tell her no. I tell her she's brave, necessary, heroic. She's doing what needs doing, what she can do, what she chooses to do. She asks if I'm scared for her. I say yes, terrified, but also proud. So proud she's Meridian. She's hope. She's what we're building. We hug. Long hug. Comfortable silence. Shared understanding. Tomorrow is uncertain. Tonight is certain. We're here together. Alive. Connected. That's enough. Has to be enough. She leaves. I'm alone. With fear and pride and hope and dread. All simultaneously. All real. All valid. All human. Tomorrow. Everything changes, or nothing does. We'll find out. Together. As Meridian. As family. As hope. It's 7:36 p.m. Final dinner before operation. Communal. Emotional. Everyone together. Fighters in support. Leaders and citizens. Family. No speeches. No motivation talks. Just presence. Just being together. As one. Unified. Connected. Strong. Someone starts singing. Old song. About courage and friendship and facing darkness. Everyone joins. All voices. One song. One hope. One Meridian. It's beautiful. Perfect. Exactly what's needed. No words required. Song says everything. We're together. We're ready. We're Meridian. Dinner ends in silence. Comfortable silence. Shared silence. Everyone returns to quarters. To rest. To prepare. To be ready. Tomorrow starts at dawn. Today ends in hope. It's 10:14 p.m. Final broadcast before operation. I'm emotional. Can't help it. Tomorrow is huge. Tomorrow is everything. Tomorrow tests everything we've built. I tell listeners I'm proud of Meridian, of everyone, of what we've become. In 3 weeks we built nation. Not perfect, not finished, but real. Functioning. Beautiful. Tomorrow we prove it works at scale. Tomorrow we reclaim city. Tomorrow we show infected. We're not prey. We're humans. We fight back. We take back what's ours. We build future. Whatever happens, whatever cost, whatever outcome. We tried. We fought. We hoped. That matters. That counts. That's human. That's us. That's everything. I thank everyone for listening, for participating, for building, for hoping, for being Meridian. You made this. You are this. This is yours. I sign off. Maybe last time. Maybe not. Tomorrow decides. But tonight, gratitude, love, hope, pride. Meridian exists. That's victory enough. Everything else is bonus. Sleep doesn't come easy. Too much emotion. Too much anticipation. Too much fear and hope and uncertainty. But eventually, finally, sleep. Brief, restless, but sleep. Day 21. Dawn breaks. Operation day. The city waits. The infected wait. We move. Everyone gathers. Dawn light. Cold air. Determined faces. This is it. This is everything. This is Meridian. No speeches. Marcus nods. Colonel Martinez nods. Teams move out. Vehicles rolling. Fighters walking. Support following. Moving into position. Into danger. Into history. I'm broadcasting live. Everything. As it happens. This is my role. My contribution. My risk. I'm staying connected. Reporting, documenting. Witnessing. History happening. In real time. Teams reach positions. Sectors identified. Communication confirmed. Everyone ready. Waiting for signal. Waiting for go. Waiting for dawn to become day, to become action, to become change. Signal given. Operation begins. Teams move in. Systematic, coordinated. House by house. Infected encountered immediately. Dozens. Hundreds. They swarm, attack. rush toward sounds and movement in life. Teams engage, firearms when necessary, melee weapons when possible, conserving ammunition, fighting smart, fighting together, fighting effectively. First casualties. 2 infected eliminated, 0 human casualties. Perfect start. But it's early, so early. Hours passed, progress made, blocks cleared, infected eliminated, no human losses yet. But close calls, near misses, luck holding, barely. Noon arrives, halfway. 2 sectors fully cleared. 3 more in progress. Ahead of schedule, above expectations. Success building, hope growing, then disaster. Team 4, Sector 3, ambushed. Not by infected, by raiders. 20 raiders, heavily armed. They were waiting, watching. They attacked during operation, during vulnerability. Cowards, predators, evil. Team 4 fights back, but they're surrounded, outnumbered, losing. Casualties mounting. They call for help, desperate, immediate, critical. Marcus responds, redirects Team 2, racing to help, but they're blocks away, minutes away. Will they arrive in time? Can Team 4 hold? Can they survive? I'm broadcasting this, network listening, horrified, praying, hoping, believing. Come on. Hold on. Help is coming. Hold on. Team 2 arrives. Engages raiders. Now raiders are surrounded, outnumbered, losing. They try to escape. Team 2 cuts them off. No escape. No mercy. Raiders chose this. Raiders die from this. Fight is brutal, quick, decisive. Raiders eliminated. All 20 gone. Team 4 saved. But casualties. 3 wounded, 1 dead. 1 life lost. Protecting Meridian, fighting for hope. Dying for future. His name was Robert. Older man. Danced with Emma. Kind. Gentle. Brave. Dead now. Sacrifice. Hero. Meridian. We honor him. Even in moment. Even during operation. We pause. We acknowledge. We grieve. We continue. For him. Because of him. Carrying his sacrifice forward. Making it matter. Making it meaningful. Making it worth dying for. Operation continues. Afternoon brings progress. More blocks cleared. More infected eliminated. No more raiders. No more ambushes. Just grinding work. Dangerous work. Necessary work. By dusk, 50 blocks cleared. 2 safe zones established. 100 infected eliminated. 7 humans wounded. 1 dead. Operation successful. Costly, but successful. Victory. Real victory. Earned victory. Teams return. Exhausted. Traumatized. Proud. They did it. They accomplished mission. They proved Meridian works. They reclaimed city. They built hope. They paid price. They earned victory. We gather, all of us, to honor Robert, to celebrate success, to grieve loss, to acknowledge cost, all simultaneously, all necessary, all human. I'm broadcasting this, everything, the victory, the cost, the grief, the pride, all of it, real, raw, honest. This is Meridian. This is us. This is what building future looks like. Blood and tears and hope and pride, all together, all real, all worth it. Day 21 ends. In victory and loss, in hope and grief, in pride and pain, in everything that makes us human, everything that makes us Meridian, everything that makes us hope. Tomorrow continues building, always building. But tonight, rest, honor, grief, Robert, hero, Meridian, forever. I sign off, emotional, exhausted, grateful, proud, alive. Meridian endures, grows, succeeds at cost, always cost, but succeeds. We're changing the world, one day at a time, one block at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one hope at a time. Forward, always forward. That's Meridian. That's us. That's human. That's everything. The broadcast continues, will always continue, as long as hope remains, as long as Meridian builds, as long as humans survive. The voice continues, connecting, reporting, witnessing, preserving, remembering, hoping. This is Daniel Rothman, Cato 40 104.7 FM, Meridian Network. Still here, still broadcasting, still hoping, still building, still believing. Forever Meridian, forever hope, forever human, forever forward, always forward.